All right. Well, excuse me. Excuse me. Pardon me. I don't know what's been going on. I was having some issues, some technicalities, and I guess we should be good. Hopefully, if we run into any issues, then if we run into any issues, then I'm gonna probably call it a wrap. I don't want to fight with it too much. And let me know if the this makes the audio a little bit better, a little bit louder or quieter. I'm not sure. I can't tell which way it's going. Welcome to the den. We just gonna figure it out. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little tired, but it's Friday night. I got to give y'all what y'all need. I enjoy myself, so it's not all about that. I'm just do the dilly dallies. I'm not gonna read them off. We just gonna get this conversation, man. I've been waiting long enough. So tonight, talking dirty after dark. You know how we do it on Friday nights. I'm gonna talk about fetishes. And I think fetishes are very interesting. What is a fetish? Do you have any fetishes? What is going on? So we will we will see. Sexual fixation, obsession with usually a non-sexual object. Socks, horses, monkeys, pain, bondage. Okay, that sounds about right. So I know that people have various things that they're into, and if you saw the thumbnail, yes, I did use some furries, which I think is odd. I don't know how you get a sexual rush from furries or costume characters or anything like that. So it is definitely a very interesting deal. Yeah, I'm good. I'll get amped up here in a second. There's been a bunch going on. Like I said, there's been a bunch of stuff behind the scenes been trying to take care of and get right. Uh-oh. I'm watching that little corner right there because he's starting to look like he's doing some crazy shit. So let's get into the conversation. Like I said, I'm not going to delay. I'm not going to hold it up. I'm not going to talk for a long time. I don't fucking know, but I can't lie. This has been frustrating me because the signal, I don't know what it is. It'll be good for a little bit and then don't do anything, don't change anything. And then it starts fucking with the lagging again. That's a very interesting question. That's a question that came up a long time ago in the den. What is my I don't think I have a fetish per se. I don't know because again, I don't have an obsession. Really? Not too really. I don't think so. It's not something like, say, if I was going on the internet, it's not a specific thing that I'm looking for. I guess, I always associate a fetish would be like the category you looking up on the porn sites or something. That would be where you would go to for your fetish. So, and so I don't think I have one. So, there's that. That's tough. That's tough. Y'all in that thick word is y'all are all very, very strange people. But I don't necessarily think I have one. I know what I am attracted to, but I don't know if that necessarily counts as a fetish. I don't know if that's a thing. I know that somebody was mentioning feet fetish. I think that's fucking disgusting. I hate feet. I hate my own feet. So I definitely don't want anything to do with anybody else's fucking feet. I don't know. Like, I guess, like I say, to me, honestly, the only thing that I don't know. Like I say, I think women with dreadlocks is a thing to me. That is, for some reason, that's like one of the things. I don't know why, but something about that is arousing. But I don't know if that's necessarily a fetish because I only fuck with a couple of chicks that have had dreadlocks, honestly. So, but I don't really have a thing, so I wouldn't say that there's a thing that I have to do every time that I'm engaged in some type of sexual encounter. I know people who have hair fetishes. I know people who have, again, foot fetishes. I know people who have just weird things that they're into, right? And so I don't know if I have any of those things specifically. And then two, how do you discover if you have a fetish? How do you know that there's something that you're into, right? But yeah, I do agree that people just have, some people have 2 or 3 of them they may be into. Some of them they like whips and chains and stuff. I don't like being constrained, so I know that ain't it. Some people like dressing up, I guess, costume and stuff. I don't. Again, like I said, I don't know. There's so many different ones. It's hard to pinpoint. So what we'll do is we'll see what we got going here. I can tell. I'm getting frustrated with all this fucking buffering. We'll let it go a little bit, man. If it gets to a point where it's just too bad, we probably will drag it up early. So I'm not gonna bullshit around too much. Let's open up the line. I gotta figure out what the fuck is going on. 'Cause it was doing fine earlier, and then now just all of a sudden out of nowhere, it's just like it's really getting super bad, and it's fucking frustrating. It is really fucking frustrating. I'm starting to get really, really annoyed. Because we're doing fine for so long, and I haven't done anything, haven't really changed anything up too much, and now it's just getting to the point where it's terrible. So let's talk about it. Yes, I'm boring, and I'm okay with that. I'm like Tim Duncan, right? You know what I'm saying? Boring. It's boring as hell to watch Tim Duncan, right? But the man produces. That's all that matters. Mr. Fundamentals, if you will. So, give me a second. Let me let's boot it up. Like I say, it's fucking terrible. I'm just looking at the percentage steadily rising. I don't know, y'all. It may be a early night because I don't like what's going on. I don't understand what's going on, and I don't know. I don't fucking know. These last few days, I'm not gonna lie, I've been very upset with the stream. I'm not liking it, so that's why I say I've been just working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes to improve some other aspects. But shit, if the goddamn stream is steadily tripping, I guess the rest of the shit don't matter, right? So let's boot it up and see what we got, man. But like I said, if it gets too bad and just continues to be shitty, then we'll see what we do. We'll see what we do here. The deadline is open. I'm not going to waste a lot of time with it. And let's have a conversation. D. Nelly, what's the motherfucking deal? Shannon Jones, only one lie. What's the motherfucking deal? Damn, did I run down the list? I didn't even do that, did I? See, that's what I'm saying. I'm out of there, man. I am not on my notes. Female Pimp, D. Gamma, Mac 11, what's the motherfucking deal? Sweetberry, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Cartier, Marie Lovely, what's the motherfucking deal? Miss Bale James, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Mike Rock, what's the motherfucking deal? Yes, for everybody in the Louisiana area, be careful. I'm in the Gulf Coast area, but I don't think it's just that bad. Printmaster Gold, what's the motherfucking deal? RH, what's the motherfucking deal? Back to the best part out. Simply Deep, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Joe's House, what's the motherfucking deal? Alto Sirius and Nimbus, something you worship. Interesting. Well, I guess I couldn't say that because I don't think I'm worshiping that. And let's see, like I say, Miss D. Nelly, only one. And if I missed you, I ain't dissed you. Just get it all together. All right. So again, like I said, I don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that nonsense, Shannon. You're gonna call in, you're gonna share them thoughts. I mean, because after you said you wouldn't give no more story, you told us about all those criminal activities you were engaging in with your homosexual homie. So, I mean, that's that. Miss Meek, what's the motherfucking deal? Yes. Yes. That's disgusting, pimp. That's probably what it means. It's probably female pimple is supposed to be your name, not female pimp, just female pimple. Ah, now we know, because we know you ain't had no pimp game. I was always wondering what it stood for, but now that we've learned it, we finally figured it out. Interesting, interesting. Female pimple is a pimple fetish. Disgusting. So yeah, but like I said, I try to think about it. I really don't have anything. There's nothing that I'm just like, oh, I absolutely gotta have it. Like I say, usually I would say, whatever category you go towards, and that ain't really a thing. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what the fetish would be. I have no idea. 335. What's the motherfucking deal? Yes. See. See, female pimple like them pop shots, not those kind that usually come at the end of the play. She likes those that come straight from the pimple. Just hit her right in the eye. She likes that weird shit. Good. Yes, I meant to ask. I know you said you were going to pick her up, so I hope everything went smoothly. I hope everything went well, and I hope that she recovers healthily. I guess with as little stress and pain as possible. Like if the call ain't good, you ain't getting no pistachios. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how that works. My name, what's the motherfucking deal? Yeah, I already knew female pimple's a weirdo. She like tortilla chips and pimples. Who does that? You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I watch the basic stuff. Like I said, if we're talking about, like I said, if you try to base the fetish off of like the porno categories that you look at on the adult entertainment education sites, it's gonna be amateur, big ass, ebony. But I don't think those are just necessarily fetishes. You know what I'm saying? That's just I mean, those are basic ass categories, right? You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that's a thing. You know what I'm saying? So just your regular ass shit. Yeah, I'm bored. I'm telling y'all. Pokemon and Zelda. Is a Pokemon fetish? That is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think fetish, it has to give you like some kind of extra arousal out of it or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like chicks that smoke weed. Like, I ain't smoked in a while, but definitely. But I mean, is that just a preference? Like, I don't know if that's like a fetish. Now, there's something, I guess, sexy about a chick that smokes. I don't know. Not cigarettes and shit, but weed, yeah. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in to the, let me put the right stuff on. All right. What's the motherfucking deal? We got calling into the den this evening. Nah.
You ain't been taking my calls. What the fuck? What's the motherfucking deal? Huh? What's the motherfucking deal with that?
Well, see, initially I wasn't muting you. I just, I forgot to switch the microphone over, but I knew what you was gonna say, so I did successfully mute you from your shenanigans and tomfoolery.
You can't fool me.
Okay.
You can't fool me, shawty. Buddy.
Okay. So
what's up?
You tell me what's going on, Miss B.
Well, I ain't calling to talk dirty. I'm calling to get my point out that I've been trying to get out for a week.
Okay, what's that?
About the fight at the Disney Land World.
Okay.
Let me tell y'all something. They won that trip, first of all. Somebody called into the radio station, and they won that trip. Trust me. They bought all them goddamn tickets. Too many of them. So they won that trip. And see, when they won that trip, right, they said, don't tell Ray Ray. No, y'all know he crazy, right? Mm-hmm. But Big Mama had already told Ray Ray. So Ray Ray had to go. That's the dude with the red shirt. Mm-hmm. So, this boy, let me tell you something. This ninja here when I seen that, I said, okay, hold on, let me watch this again and again. Let me watch it. Let me rewind. Winded it, and I said, yeah, they didn't belong there. Jesus, no, they did. They didn't belong in Disney World. They won that trip. They ain't pay for that trip. Trust me, they didn't pay for that. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say on that. But I'll go on tonight's topic, which is fetishes, which I don't have any fetish. To me, when I think of fetish, it's gross. It's nasty. What's this? The fuck? Because when you look at people fetishes like sucking toes, and I'm not gonna suck nobody motherfucking toes. First of all, that's just not gonna happen. That's nasty.
I agree.
That's nasty. So I mean, if fetish is described in a different way, then we could talk about that. But the fetishes I see is nasty.
But I don't think it's necessarily just sucking toes. I mean, you have people who have foot fetishes, and I forgot who it was said, they like their old lady to wear nice high heels and get their feet done, and that's a turn on for them. It's not necessarily my bag. A foot is a foot, whether it's painted up nice
I
or
know, but
not.
that's for men, Honcho.
No, I
But
don't
that's for
know. How
men.
am I supposed to know what
We
y'all
talk.
like?
I'm talking about a woman.
Well,
What kind of fucking fetish can a woman
you
have?
supposed to know. You got the warehouse plug, so they got to know something. You know all the women who lie and plead the fifth, so you got to know something. You got to know something that the fetishes that the women got going on. Some
No, what
women
kind
into
of
some weird shit.
fetish? But see, this is a question I'm putting out to the den. Because what fucking kind of fetish can a woman have? I just don't know. I don't know. Because, first of all, I'm not going to play backdoor with no man. Like, I don't even like the backdoor area. That's off limits to me, like it is off limits to y'all. Okay? Like, that's nasty. I ain't finna be all like, ooh, your ass is fine. No,
Some women might
no,
like that
no,
though.
no.
Apparently, motherfuckers might like that. Is a size queen not a fetish?
Is what?
A size queen.
A side queen.
Size like size, the size of your Johnson, or a lot of women have a penis size. Is that not a fetish? I mean, is that not a thing of
No, that's
preference?
not a fetish. That's just a preference. That's not a fetish. That's not a fetish. When you talking about fetish, you talk about weird shit. Like that's weird. Like I said, it's different for men and women. So if a woman in this chat can tell me what a fetish is with a man, and all I got to do with that, I don't know, miss. But I just don't know what could be a fetish. Like I don't know. Like I don't do no eating groceries. What the fuck they talking about? Because I'm not finna lick your ass. That's some nasty shit. That's some nasty shit. Okay? Stop eating groceries. That's nasty. Eat real groceries. Can't go to the grocery store or the farmer's market. If you're vegan, whatever you choose to do. But I ain't finna eat no ass. And if my nigga wants some ass, then hey, holler at you, salute. Dude, I'll be by myself. I ain't finna do that. That's a fetish. That's nasty. So I don't know what other kind of fetish it could be. I tell me, 'cause I have no idea. Now I know men have fetishes, like you said, the high heels or other shit that you nasty dudes do. I don't, y'all know
But
what's
you're
in
not
y'all
gonna
nasty
you're not
ass
gonna just sit here
mind.
and put it like, oh, women have goddamn fetish. We not look now. I'll let you get away with some of them
That's
other
why
shenanigans at time foolery. You
but that's
supposed to be
why
the
I
you
said,
supposed to be the
tell
female
me.
rep. You supposed to be the female representative. You supposed to know this. You got you got the 2019 edition of the female rule book. I don't know the stuff. I've been out the game. I don't know what y'all new women into these days.
Dude,
Y'all
I've been
flipping
out
the
the
script.
game for 18. So I have no idea, but I know certain shit is nasty. Like, let me tell you what else is nasty. Food shit. Okay, that food shit is nasty to me too. Like, don't put no like, 'cause I won't eat it no more.
You
Don't
shouldn't.
that I don't get it. Like, explain to me. I'm open to listen. I'm not saying you're wrong for liking what you like if you got a fetish, if you're a woman, but just let me know what a woman fetishes, not a man. Cause y'all nasty. Y'all got all kind of
I don't know,
fetishes.
women like
Y'all,
getting
y'all,
tied up and shit. They
y'all
like all
be
that. No,
everywhere.
man, let's stop the nonsense because it wasn't no well, except for them gay niggas. It was y'all the ones buying the damn 50 Shades of Grey. So obviously y'all like getting beat up, tied up, thrown off of buildings, and locked in cages and shit. Whatever the fuck was going on in the book, it
I
was.
don't know if I ain't never watched no 50 Shades of Grey. I
Man, it ain't
don't,
about that book sold more
I
editions than the
don't know
Bible,
none of
and
that.
it wasn't men buying it; it was women buying it. So miss me with that. This men is nasty. Y'all like getting beat up. Y'all the ones buying the damn books at the damn grocery store, about to
Listen,
check out. Niggas ain't buying that shit. That's women buying these fetish size romance. And I was thinking Fabio gonna come out
Honcho.
the closet and whisk you away on a boat and shit. Ain't none of that shit for them. That's y'all with them shenanigans. So
Okay,
that's women.
well,
So
you know what, Honcho? You know what? The most I do, I'll lick your balls if they smell good. Like you gotta be like fresh out the shower, like 'cause y'all balls be stinking. You
so
know,
you
just like y'all be
a
like women pussy stink.
hard
Y'all
day.
balls be
So what I'm
stinking,
saying. So a
stinking
hard
and
day of work
sweaty and
balls can't get
shit.
no love.
What'd you say?
So a hard day's work balls can't get no love.
No, no. Get in the shower. Get in the shower, bro. No, no, no. Get in the shower. No, but get in the shower. If you want me to do anything with your nuts, get in the shower first. Like come fresh out the shower, straight to the bed. Don't piss first. Don't do nothing. Like piss first, then get in the shower, then come to the bed. Like have straight soap smell.
All
Okay?
these rules and stipulations. Imagine just eat on a bar of Dove or something. You know what I'm saying? All these. You
Hmm.
know. Yeah,
What?
yeah, that's what it was. What was the Zane? Yeah, all that was all that
Uh-uh.
women shit. That's women books. Nigga, wasn't no men reading that stuff. The only men reading that stuff, they got wrist injuries that came naturally. The women don't. I mean, that's women. So
That's
that's
not my
women's
problem.
fetishes. But all I'm
So
saying,
if your balls stink naturally, if your balls stink when you get out the shower, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do this. No, I can't. Like if you just get out the shower and your balls still stink, and you got a problem, well, you need to find somebody else with a problem. But I can't do it. If you want me to do anything with your balls, I can't do it. You got to smell like soap, like so fresh and so clean. Okay.
you will be on that
I
Atlanta
mean,
shit. So, but I mean, what if the balls taste like soap? I mean, is that acceptable? They smelling like soap, tasting.
if you just got out the shower, they taste like soap. I'd rather taste soap than stinky, nasty, musty balls. I mean, you know, hey, just, go straight to the shower. Well, do what you got to do first. On the toilet, whatever you got to do. Go in the shower, scrub them balls, like scrub them. You know how, like, a girl got to scrub from front to back, like, scrub them balls. Like, scrub them. And when they feel good, then you might get more action with the balls.
Okay. Okay.
So, that's just, as far as fetishes, I ain't really looking about a woman fetish, not a man fetish.
Y'all
A
got y'all got feelings.
woman
I ain't look.
fetish.
Y'all be want to be kidnapped and again, like I say, thrown off the balcony and stuff and bust up in the bush. Y'all be having some weird. Y'all be on some weird shit. Y'all want to be like. See, the thing is, y'all just don't want to say it because
Lying.
y'all don't want to be judged. See, that's the problem with women. Well, if I say how
Oh,
I really feel, they're gonna judge me. Women
you
like
talking
that
about
hardcore.
dominatrix shit.
Huh?
You talking about dominatrix. I'm
No,
not with
I'm
that.
not talking about
But that's all a
domination.
lot of women is.
Women want
Huh?
to be. There's a lot of women out there. They want to be manhandled, borderline violated, but in a controlled
Oh,
sense. It's like
okay.
they want the danger,
Okay.
but they don't want the
Hmm.
real danger. Okay.
Yeah, they do. But let me tell you something. You choke me, I'll shoot your ass.
See.
I'm just saying, don't choke me to the brink of death where I'm finna come and all that. No, I ain't finna come. I'm finna shoot your ass and stab you or something like. That's not me. But I've heard a lot of women that do like that. I mean, I've never met no one personally like to be choked out, and put a belt around their neck till they almost passed out dead. I don't know. I just seen it on TV. So if there's
What
anybody
kind of
who
TV you
likes that
watching?
shit, huh?
What kind of TV are you watching?
I watch everything. I'm I watch everything.
You got you
Everything. But
you got to cut some of them shows off.
okay, Honcho, stop playing. Now you know that dominatrix shit.
I'm not into no dominatrix shit. I
Be
don't
at
know
the
nothing
brink
about
of
that.
death. They be at the brink of death, and they go, they tell me shit. Are you serious, bitch? How many you finna die? Wow. No, thank you. I just won't come. No, thank you. I'm good. I'm good, shout. Mm,
What
nah. It's
what
supposed to be enjoyable and pleasurable, and it's supposed to smell good. See, to me, it's all about smell. Everybody got to smell good. Everybody got to smell great. You got to clean that coochie. You got to clean the mouth. Everybody got to smell great, and hey, we can have a great time.
See, that's the problem with modern society right there. What you just said, see, that's the problem with modesty. Back in the day, you know what I'm saying, back in the wilds and the jungles of Africa, wasn't no axe and dove and vino and all that other stuff to get off it. You just had to get it in. You know what I'm saying? Now we want to be so entitled. You want the balls to smell good. The coochie got to be fresh. I
Yep.
can't handle a little bit of fun. Look, you better bust something up. Better get it in for the win.
Let me tell you. Okay, so before I got married, I'm going to tell y'all this one story. Before I got married, I was talking to the dude for maybe about 6 months, okay? So finally I decided to go to his house. And, we chill. He cooked dinner. First of all, I don't eat people dinner because I don't. You might have just cleaned up that day. I don't know. It could be. I don't know. So I was like, no, I'm good. I ain't hungry. I just had a smoothie, straight. I just had some straight. But when you go in somebody's house and it smells musty, okay, there's a clue right there. So I was like, well, maybe it's just the living room because they had roommate. He had a roommate. When I went to the room and the dirt and the covers smell stink, oh, no, bruh. That means you smell stink. If your covers stink, you stink. I'm good. Act like I had an emergency call. I was like, hello? Oh, for real? I'm coming. I'm on my way right now. No. Got to smell good. Like, smell fresh and clean. You know? That's just me. But I would like to hear these fetishes coming from women, not from y'all, not from men, because y'all have some weird shit going on
You
in y'all
said
head.
we
It
gonna
is
find
what
out.
it is. Huh?
All I gotta say is, man, we didn't. All we need is one call from Shannon to dispel all of your allegations, and this whole argument will be over. See, Shannon acting like she don't want to call in no more. That's all it's gonna take is one Shannon call, and we will have this debate will be
No.
over rapidly.
No, I'm just saying, though. I'm just saying. Listen, I love men. I love a man. I love to feel a man, touch a man. I love a man.
The shooter man,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm not putting down the LGBT, ABCD. I'm not putting them down. But I love a man. A man. I love a man. But he got to smell good. His feet got to smell good. He can't pull off his shoes and stink up the whole motherfucking room. That can't happen. So, I just want to know what fetishes women have. Like, I, I bet you it's a bunch of men gonna call in. I want a bitch with red hair. I want a bitch with high heels and perked up titties. No, I want to hear the women fetishes because I just don't see no fetish in a woman.
You see it, you just don't want to admit it. See, look here, this is what it is. Women got an alcohol fetish and they got a food fetish. Y'all want to eat for free and then get turned on, and then y'all want to get the drunk for free and get turned. So that's the fetishes right there. That's all the
No,
problem. Eating and
Honcho,
drinking.
I told you. We discussed this, Honcho. I pay for meals too. Like I'm not looking for somebody to. I'm not a gold digger. Okay, I'm just gonna put it like that. My biggest thing is I'm gonna look at your shoes first. If they raggedy, I'm out, bruh.
Mm,
I'm out, y'all. If your shoes is raggedy and look stank, I'm out. So if you want to call that a fetish, okay. It's not about all that. Like you gonna feed me and this and that, because I can feed me. I'ma always feed me. But if you want to call a fetish with me with smelling good, you got to smell good. You got to smell like a man. You got to smell good. I can't fuck with you.
what if they smell
If your
like
breath stink, if your feet stink, and your nuts stink, dude, you need to go get somebody put stink that smell like you. I'm big. Hey,
what about if they smell like brute?
what if they smell like what?
Brute.
Brute?
Yeah, brute.
Well, brute. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you my story about my stepfather used to work brute. He abused me, so I hate brute. I hate it. I hate it. I don't care how good they make it smell these days. I don't care how they upgraded. Brute is brute. Like I was abused, and my stepdad wore that. So I hate brute. Like I don't even look at it. Like ugh. I don't care what they do to it now. But that's my story. You see what I'm saying? Like I want you to be on some Versace red, Versace blue, or with Tom Ford. Listen, I'll tell you something. That Tom Ford Jesus make me do some shit. I don't even want to talk about
No, so it sounds like a fetish. So it sounds like you got a Tom Ford fetish. Interesting.
I guess that's what it is. That Tom Ford, Lord have mercy. Woo! He know he did something wrong. Woo! That Tom Ford is just great. Hey men, get y'all some Tom Ford. I'm telling you, girls do some freaky shit. That Tom Ford was the bomb.
I don't know about all that. Sounds legit.
Get some. I bet your girl be like, "Ooh, what you got on?" Don't even tell her what you get. Don't even tell her what you get. You get it and spray it on you. She gonna wake up at her sleep like, "What the fuck is that?" Tell you. I might just hold this phone for 40 minutes, like you get an hour and not say shit. Listen, Honcho, you need to go by your 10-minute rule. I'm serious.
Well, how you gonna talk about 10?
You be putting that shit in red. You be putting that shit in red.
You done violated the 10-minute rule.
Oh, wait.
If I went by the 10-minute rule, we'd have been off the phone 9 minutes ago.
You be not telling the truth. You red as soon as you come on. 10-minute rule. It's all in red. Exclamation points. With the little power thing. No. You gonna let some people go for an hour.
Okay. Well, I gotta get off the phone with you since we going on 20 minutes. If you want me to enforce the rules,
No, you ain't. You gonna put your ass on this phone.
See how people look. Exactly. You see how people do?
I know y'all little sauce works, didn't I? Y'all little spanking ass. You know, all time because I was wrong, and they call us choke on.
Oh my goodness. That's a terrible thing that I just heard.
And hey, DeMarcus, why did you time me out the other day? Since you were avoiding the question, DeMarcus. You're avoiding the question. He gonna ignore me earlier like he didn't see what the fuck I was saying. Why you time me out, dude? Bruh.
She done hit you with the head, man.
Answer my motherfucking question, DeMarcus. Why you thought that shit was funny? Abuse of power, just like all you men. Abuse of power.
Stop.
Abuse of power like y'all do. And you don't have the nerve to put up something like men don't have no rights. I know. Y'all feel like more than women do.
No, don't. Y'all got all the right. We don't get no
you a damn lie.
We don't get no
If I get hired along with a man, that man gonna make more money than me. Stop talking about abuse of power. Stop being nasty. I ain't got to worry about abuse of power. Stop being nasty.
Ain't nobody being nasty. That ain't got nothing to do with it. It's be motherfuckers who be hoping the motherfuckers do something because they do.
It's like the tickle monster. Like the tickle monster. Just like the orangeman. All that. You stop abusing your power.
Oh, stop the nonsense. Women give it up, man. When a man has power, women give it up easy. I can tell you there were some situations I've been in my life where I've made absolutely no effort and literally damn near tripped and fell into some action because he wasn't lying. People didn't like what he was saying, but it's the truth. When you hold
the most of the time, 95% of the time, it's only a few percent of the men that get the hard end of the stick. But 95% of the time, you motherfuckers nasty and y'all doing this shit. Okay? So, you can't be talking about y'all done lost some kind of right. Y'all ain't lost shit.
Lost all the rights.
Y'all ain't lost shit.
I lost all my rights.
Who call in? Y'all have not lost no power. A man run this motherfucker. Why you think Hillary didn't get in?
Because
I didn't vote for it.
Because nobody liked Hillary motherfucking ass.
I didn't vote for it.
She out there passing out and drinking hot
sauce. In the United States, ain't no man in the United States of America, black, white, Chinese, other, will ever let a woman in this bitch run it. No man in the United States
Man,
gonna let a woman run this motherfucker.
stop. If that was the case, she wouldn't even got she would have been nominated as a Democratic candidate. If that was the case, they wouldn't even let her get that close. The reason why Hillary didn't win, Hillary had what the overall popular vote. So that's not. I'm gonna dispel what you're saying right there. She had the overall popular vote. It's just the way the electoral
She
college
did,
works,
and
and people don't.
everybody.
But
Listen,
ultimately, people don't like Hillary. Hillary is not likable.
I don't like her.
Okay, you
Now
just said
listen,
yourself. So
I
you as a
didn't,
woman
but I
didn't want to
didn't vote
vote.
for her. I
Okay,
didn't vote
so
for her.
why should other people have
But
to vote for her? It's not
what
because
I'm
she's a
saying,
woman.
there was
It's because she's
one woman.
unlikable. It's not because she's a woman. It's because if you didn't like her, there were several
If
million other people.
Michelle Obama ran, she still wouldn't get
That's
in.
a if, and she not running though.
Still wouldn't get
That's
in.
a if, and she not
She
running
wouldn't
though.
get in.
But she'd have to run first before you can say that.
Stop your shit.
You
Ain't no man.
she'd have to run
Ain't
before
no
you can say
man
that. She'd
in
have
the
to.
United States of America gonna let no woman run this
How
shit.
so? It was a bunch. So you telling me it was only women that voted for Hillary?
They probably did. I don't know. I
Man,
didn't.
it ain't enough. Man, it's not even
But
enough. It's not even that wasn't even enough women to cover those votes. That was not all. There was a lot of men out
that's
there.
not enough for Honcho when they say it's 10 women to every man. See, that's a
Every
lie.
time y'all ladies
Because
kind of
they
y'all
say
talk about this
there's
as a different
10
number of women.
women to every one man.
Let's
So
see.
there is enough women. We're not China. They don't kill off the girls here. So there's 10 women to every one man.
That's just
So there
Atlanta.
are enough women. The problem is there's nobody, no man in this United States of America gonna let a woman run this country. Ever.
I believe that's a
Not
false
while I'm
statement.
alive.
Well, they said there wouldn't be a black president too. Ice Cube said that a few years back. So I mean, it happened.
But we always knew it was gonna be a black president. Didn't you watch 24 with Jack
No,
Bauer?
no, I
They
didn't
had a
watch it.
black president. It was
Absolutely.
coming.
I was not. I didn't watch no 24. I'm telling you, I don't be watching TV. So right now, let's see. Okay, so there are
No.
5 million more women in. Well, this was in 2013. There's 5 million women compared to 5 million more women than men in the U.S. So some of y'all just gonna be out of luck.
But I'm saying, and you see how many women it was. They didn't vote for Hillary, just like I did, because
But
I
here's the thing.
know of
But
her.
here's the thing. If it's more women than men, so and they didn't vote, and you did, so women have the power, and they didn't vote Hillary in. So how are you gonna blame that on the men?
Oh my God! Let me tell you who voted for Hillary. It was the LGBT, ABCDEFG. They did. They voted for
So
Hillary,
what? But what
but
about the rest of the women? So that means the women and the
I
gay men,
didn't.
the women and the gay men were supposed to
No,
fight
I
vote for
didn't.
Hillary. So that's more than enough votes. So why she
Well,
ain't
I
win?
didn't because I knew about the Clintons. I knew about the
Okay.
Clintons,
So
so I didn't.
why didn't other people know about the Clintons and they say, nah, we ain't fucking with Hillary specifically. It's not because she a
Because
woman. It's
everybody is
not
about what's going on
it's
now.
not because she drinking hot sauce. It's not because she out there, wobbling and not doing a wobble with Rome.
Then
What's
that
his name?
old ass white lady's gonna pull a little hot sauce in her purse. She lying. That
Man,
old
I'm
ass
saying she
lady.
wobbling about to
Cause I
fall
am
over.
that old ass white lady. She don't carry no fucking hot sauce in her purse. That was some bullshit.
Man,
That shit right there was hilarity.
okay,
Like
but that's what
we
I'm
knew
saying.
that was
So
a lie.
she was just unlikable. It had nothing to do with people voting for her or not. I mean, well, not wanting a woman or not. She was just unlikable as a woman. Period. Point blank. That's it. Hillary's just unlikable. So it had nothing to do with her being a woman. You got what, 4 or 5 women candidates running on the Democratic side now. You got Kamala. She's very popular. You got Tulsi, who should be the one who should win it. You got some book writer. You got Elizabeth Warren. You got some other motherfuckers. So you got like 5 or 6 of them on the Democratic side running. So if they were not capable, if they were not, if just no man was going to vote for a woman, I don't think they would have raised enough funds to even be, on the
No
in the
man,
debates.
no real. Did you vote for a woman?
Did I what?
No man is not gonna go for no man. I'm not talking about the LGBT ABC. No man is not gonna vote for a woman. Okay?
Why not?
They're not,
Why not?
regardless
Why
of
not?
how good she may be.
No, it's
Not
not. It
in
has
the
nothing.
United States.
So you're telling me that a man will vote for policies against what's best for him just because it's a woman? So he'd rather vote for a man
Yep.
even though a woman has better policies.
Yep.
I refuse to believe that.
Yep.
That makes absolutely no
Because no
sense.
man want to take no orders from no woman. No man want to take orders from a woman. And if you tell me I'm a lie, you lied.
You
Because
lied.
no man. Okay, so you're gonna take women from a. Okay, we're not talking about regular job shit. We're not talking about our everyday life where we got jobs.
But this is
One
this
of those
is
supervisors
life.
a woman.
It's
We
life.
talk
If
about
I
the
go to a
United States of
job and
America.
or if it's a woman who owns the business, if I have a female manager or whatever it may be, I have to follow those instructions. I mean, I
That's
don't
what I
get
just said.
okay.
That's what you're gonna do. But we talking about somebody running the United States of America. A man is not gonna have it.
Why not? What can they do
A man is
if
not
she
gonna
win
have
the
it.
vote? What can they do?
You're gonna take orders from your boss at work. As far as running the United States of America, no man wants a woman in the United States of America
This is
want a woman
false.
running this
This
bitch.
is
One day it
false.
may happen, but it's
This
not
is
gonna happen right
false.
now.
I need factual
No, it's not
evidence as
false.
to why.
It's been
If
false.
she had didn't she win
It's not false.
didn't she win the popular vote?
Huh?
Didn't she win the popular vote?
She do win the popular vote.
Okay, so who was
But the
voting for
management
her?
cheated.
Who
So
was
hey,
who?
I ain't even finna go on that
But
because
who was
they
voting for her
want
then? So it was just all women and a
they
couple of gays.
they cheated. They would have won. They cheated. They cheated. She would have won. Which I didn't want her to win. Hell, I didn't want either one of them to win, but I knew that wasn't like life in actuality. But I knew, I told everybody from the beginning, when it was just them two, I said, I'm telling y'all, I promise y'all, Hillary is not going to win because there's no men in the United States want a woman running this motherfucking country right now. We ain't got that advantage yet.
Man,
That's
if
what
there,
y'all say.
she
It's
wouldn't have
not that
been,
advantage yet.
she wouldn't have been the nominee if that was the case. See, yeah, we still talking about fetishes. The fetish is that Miss Meat has a male presidential power fetish because she just don't want to admit that a woman has the same opportunity. If she was running on the proper platform and she was talking about shit, if it probably would have been any other woman in Hillary's
No,
position, they would. It's just that Hillary's a bunch of bullshit. The Clintons are full of bullshit. Just like you know that, everybody else knew that. So that's why they weren't voting
and
for her.
Kamala is too.
Okay, and so that's why she's
First of
not
all,
gonna win.
Kamala is not American, so she's not American. So first of all, she's not American. Second of all, I've been studying her because I never heard of her until this. I'm not gonna lie, I never heard of her until she started running. So I started doing research on her. There's no way I would vote for her, but that's just me. That don't mean there's a lot of women out there that say I want a woman in the office. Even if she has the most popular vote, like Hillary did, she would. There's no woman gonna get in this office right now.
So
You
so
say
should so,
right
so,
now,
so should they make
y'all not
special
gonna listen to a
protocols
woman.
so they should change up the rules just so the woman could win? Because I mean, if they're following the rules that have been in place for hundreds of years, what is different than Hillary losing compared to anybody else who's lost? What is the difference?
Honcho,
What is the difference? I'm just
you're
asking.
not.
You didn't even want to vote for it. That's what I'm trying to figure out how we have this argument because you didn't even vote for it. So that's what I'm trying to figure out like your foundation on this argument.
No, I didn't.
And
I
so
sure didn't.
this argument is done. The argument is over with. There's even no point in having it because you wouldn't even vote for it. So how you gonna blame men for not voting for it? If you wouldn't even vote for it as a woman with the opportunity to put the first woman president in, you wouldn't even vote for it. And you
No,
blame
y'all
men
agenda
for it.
is different than mine.
Man, it ain't no
Your
agenda.
agenda,
Why can't people feel
y'all
the same?
agenda
Why
is
can't
that
people
she's
feel
a
the same?
freaking woman.
Oh my
My
goodness.
agenda is I just didn't like her.
How you gonna tell me what my agenda is? I don't give a shit about Hillary. I didn't give a shit about Trump. So my agenda is who's gonna be best for the country. I don't care if it's a woman. I don't care if it's a goddamn dog. I don't care if they put Airbud in that bitch and let this motherfucker pick, snacks and shit. Like if he's making the best decisions for the country, like that doesn't make any sense. See, that is to me that is your thought process. You're assuming that's men's agenda, but a man can have the same set of beliefs as you. They can know the same information as you and say, hey, you know what? She's really not that qualified. I know that she stole a lot of money from Haiti. I know the Clinton Foundation is crooked. I know that she was behind a lot of these policies that have gotten a lot of black men locked up. I know she doesn't really carry hot sauce in her purse. She looked like she's about to fall out on the campaign trail. She might die before she makes it to office. It could be a lot of other things that people could have seen just like you seen and said, hey, you know what? I don't like what Hillary's talking about. I feel like Hillary's a liar. She's not addressing the issues of when she called people super predators. She's not addressing any of the things that she said she would. She's kind of flip-flop on stances here. She's not coming. I mean, so why can't they feel the same way? Why just because as a man and I don't like what she's talking about automatically is because I'm saying because she's a woman. So my opinion gets discounted or dismissed because it's a man compared to a woman. It's the same thing what happens with different race issues because it's people of different races. It gets discarded simply because the race factor is applied first because that's what people see first as opposed to really looking at the underlying issues. Why is that? That to me, I feel like that's unfair. I can feel the exact same way as you, but you're going to assume that because I'm a man, that I wouldn't vote for her just because she's a woman. I think that's unfair.
Okay, but it's still the truth.
No, it's not. Absolutely not.
Yes, it is.
No, see,
Y'all
that's
do not want to take
it's
orders
not
from
it's
a
not
woman.
the truth because
Y'all
you
do not
feel
want to
that
take
your
orders from a
feelings
woman.
are
Y'all
not
do not
facts.
want to take
Your
orders from a
feelings are
woman.
not facts. Okay. Your feelings are not facts because you
Okay.
saying this. How can you prove that it's the
listen,
truth?
Honcho.
How can you prove it's the truth?
Okay, just say that's how you feel as Honcho. But I guarantee you, men do not want a woman running this country because
How
they
can
do
you
not want to take
how
orders
can
from a woman.
you validate that guarantee? How can you validate that guarantee?
Okay. I'm gonna tell you one. I'm gonna tell you one reason why. Because I work construction. The most freaking racist shit that I ever worked, a job I worked in my life. Okay, the most racist shit I ever worked. And as soon as I made foreman, guess what? They loved me when I was a safety officer. When I was out there being a helper, they loved me. But as soon as I became a foreman, oh my God, it was a motherfucking problem. They did not want to take orders from me. I'm not just speaking because I'm speaking from life experiences.
Okay.
I'm not no little young kid.
So how many of them quit that job because you became a foreman?
The construction job,
Yeah. How many people quit because you became a foreman?
they got me. Listen, they hounded me so much I couldn't take it. I quit.
How many people, not you, as soon as you became a foreman, how many other people quit that job?
Oh, they got moved. They didn't quit. They got moved.
Okay, but I mean, but how many just?
So that's the same thing. They got moved.
I
Most
don't,
of them got moved.
I don't
They had
think,
a whole
I don't think it's the
crew
same thing.
in 2 weeks, like a whole new crew within 2 weeks. They got moved to another job site.
But that don't happen in the construction. I mean, construction is temporary. I mean,
And I have been working with
quickly.
these people. But listen, I have been working with these men like 10 years. As soon as I became foreman, they got moved.
I mean, things
Because
happen.
they didn't want to take orders from anyone.
I can't buy that because, like I say, you see construction jobs, a company will get a contract, it'll be in there. They're supposed to have a 2-year contract be out in 2 weeks or 2 months because they are not fulfilling their duties or whatever. So construction is a fickle place. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say it's not because of that. I'm not going to dismiss your view because I've worked construction. I see how it goes. I understand the racial dynamic. I don't really see the sexist dynamic so much because there's not really a lot of women in positions of power. Most of them are just safeties or kind of doing fire watch or something like that. It's not a lot of them that are, actual careers or occupations. Not a lot of welders, maybe 1 or 2 here every now and then. So I'm not going to sit here and say, no, that ain't the case. But the likelihood of that, just because they would not take orders from a woman, that's tough for me to believe. And even if you take it outside of construction, you take it outside of your personal experience, there's a lot of people who feel a lot of different ways. But all the votes that Hillary had, you're sitting here telling me that no man would, but there's not enough votes for just
You can
Hillary.
talk all that, but
you,
these men,
the thing is, because you
I'm talking about. They don't want to take
you have an emotional attachment to that belief, and so you refuse to hear what I'm saying.
See, there's another thing. Why women got to be emotional because we're speaking the truth? See, just like you're saying.
How is that the truth,
just like
though?
you're telling me, but you're telling me why I got to be emotional because I'm telling the truth.
But here's me. So you're telling me in the hundreds of the hundreds of millions of men, the hundreds of millions of men, the hundreds of million men, hundreds of millions, is it 100 million? 100 million men in America. So no other man in America could feel the same way I felt about Hillary. Because you're saying guaranteed there's no other man or it's just you. So you're telling me no other man in America feels the same way I do, that has the same impression of Hillary as I do?
Nope. Most of them felt because she was a girl. Because she was a woman, she was a girl, she was a man, she was a woman. Most of them felt like that. Because let me tell you something. First of all, okay, when the Clintons went in, even though they were Democrats, they wasn't for the Democrats. They wasn't for. They were more for the Republicans. So it had nothing to do with that. Listen, even though you feel like that, I'm just telling you what I hear and what I see and what I hear. I don't give a fuck how good Hillary was. They didn't want to take no orders from a woman. They didn't want no woman leave this country. I'm just telling you. You feel how you feel. And you're right. I'm telling you. You're right on some points. Like, I feel like you feel. I didn't want to vote for her because of the person she was. I knew about Hillary. I'm telling you that a lot of men didn't want her in there simply because she was a woman. I feel like you feel. I don't look at if she was a woman or a man. I know what Hillary did. I know what Bill Clinton did. And listen, the first time I ever voted when I was 18 was for Bill Clinton. That was my first time voting. I was excited. And my family said, vote Democrat. And I think I explained this before. But once I started studying the Clintons and researching the Clintons, there was no way in the hell when she was running, that I was going to vote for her. But now, and I'm saying it's some men that felt like that. I'm telling you, it's a lot of men who don't want a woman running this damn country. Believe it or not.
Well, obviously, it has to be a lot of women too, because y'all outnumbers, and if a lot of women voted for Trump and she didn't win, so it had to be some other people. So
You know what?
you
It
can't blame
was.
it all on the men.
It was.
So my thing is, just like I said, like you can't.
But
put
it
this
was
one
white
all
women, though. I'm not trying to put race into it, but
So-
if you look
so,
at this, is white women. It
Okay.
wasn't black women, it's white
And
women.
Hillary is a white woman, so why are the black women more for Hillary than the white women who are just like her?
I
That has to be
I
telling you
did.
something. But there's a lot of them out there. Y'all are sexist and this and that because you're
Because
not
we
voting for
talking
Hillary.
about women. Okay, we talking about statistics. We talking about women. We're not talking about just one race of women. When 10 to 1 or 5 to 1, we're talking about all women. So I'm saying.
So what if okay, how about this? How about let's flip
So
the
you
script real
can't
quick.
say because she didn't get in because women didn't vote for her. We talking about one race of women mostly voted for Trump.
Why is that though? Don't you
I didn't
think?
vote for either.
But here's my thing. So we can let's play it like this because you're saying it's a lot of men that didn't want to see Hillary get in just because she's a woman. So couldn't you say the same thing? There's a lot
Yep.
of women who just wanted her to get in because she's a woman, don't know her politics, didn't know what the
Yep.
fuck she was
It's
about.
true. Yes.
So then it
That's what I
becomes
said. You didn't hear me.
all right, Miss B, look, okay. I love you, Miss Meat. Now, look, you put your point out and gave you a 40-minute call. This conversation is now making my wee wee soft. We got to get some fetish talk in here. And so,
Why was your wee wee hard in the first place? You're on air.
It's
Why was your
softer.
wee wee
You know
hard
what
in
I'm
the first
saying?
place?
Hey,
Why?
sometimes y'all don't know what I be doing with my
Why
hands.
it's soft?
Look, y'all don't know what I be doing with my hands down here. Okay, like I might have had
Why would it get hard? Why
you
would
know.
it hurt?
I'm
And you in the den
No,
in the first place.
Hey, you get dirty in the
Calm
den
down.
sometimes. Hey, sometimes it might be you talking about washing balls and all this other stuff. I might have been thinking about getting myself a
I'm
good
rolling
wash
on
and,
fucking floor.
some nice warm water in the shower. I get to thinking about soap glistening all over my body. I'm just saying, and then now we just start talking politics, and as soon as you said Hillary, that shit just shrunk up. So I felt like I dove in some cold water, so I don't even know what's going on right now. Now I'm just giving you a hard time, Miss Me.
But you don't air like you should took care of it before. See, that's why y'all nasty. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all nasty.
Okay,
Just
so
nasty individual.
all I'm saying,
Nasty.
so when it was young and you used to have to go do a book report in front of the class, you couldn't control that. Sometimes Honcho Jr. be like, "Hey, what's going on? What y'all niggas out here
I know
doing?"
y'all can't control it because y'all nasty.
Okay, well it is what it is. Okay, well we finna find out about these nasty ass
I
fetishes
like y'all
got.
nasty asses, but y'all still nasty.
Look, so anyway, like I said, we finna see what's happening. We finna see what's happening because you over here talking this craziness. You done ruined the fetish. If anybody did have a fetish, you talking about Hillary. That's a.
Hey, is Rashida in here yet? I'm looking at the comments.
What happened?
Downstairs. Is Rashida in here? Rashida, call in. Talk about the beads. Did you put the beads in, Rashida?
Man, I'm hanging
Call
up.
in. Talk about it.
We talk about some beads. I'm hanging up.
Call in. Talk about Rashida. Girl.
Look, you done already ruined
I'll
it.
have it.
Hillary ain't too much better than the damn bees. That's about the same thing. Hillary and bees, that's the same goddamn conversation.
Nah, I ain't playing with no asses though, for real. Like, seriously, though, sorry. I ain't playing with y'all asses. Like, that's nasty. I don't even grab it. Like, that's not. That's nasty. I don't even grab it. Like, I don't even. Nah, I'll scratch your back up, but I ain't grabbing your ass.
That's tough.
It's nasty.
That's just tough stuff.
You said that's tough.
Mm-hmm. How do
You want a girl to grab your ass?
No, I'm looking at a message that somebody sent in, a text message. How do you feel about a rusty trombone?
Oh, okay. All right, I'll holler at you.
No, Miss B, have you ever given a rusty trombone?
Huh?
Have you ever given a rusty trombone?
Wait a minute. I didn't understand that.
Like a trombone, like the instrument?
An instrument?
But have you ever heard of the instrument called the trombone?
Yep.
Okay. But have you ever given a rusty trombone?
What is that? Is that like the what they call it? T-sack? I mean,
No,
what they
no,
call it?
no, no, not teabag. It's a little bit different than that.
Well, what is it? Tell me.
I'm gonna let you check it out, and I want you to look it up, and then call me back and let me know how you feel about it.
What does got to do with sucking dick? I'm just saying. Tell me. What is it?
It's just got some level of penis involvement into it.
Oh, okay, I'll look at. Honcho, if it's nasty, I'm gonna cuss your ass out.
I love you,
If
Miss
it's
Me.
nasty, I'm gonna cuss your ass out because I
No,
don't like no real nasty, don't gross shit. So
I,
okay, I'm gonna look.
I love you, Miss
All
Me.
right,
I appreciate you
all
calling
right, I'll holler at you. Bye.
me. That's tough. That's tough. Uh, Now I'm not going to say no names. Some very interesting messages that have come in. Well, one, of course, the rusty trombone. Someone has just sent that in. How many ladies would perform the rusty trombone on their man, and how many guys? This is the question that comes with it. Is how many guys would let a woman do it? That's tough stuff. Somebody doing it. It's all in the music now. Right? That's the crazy stuff. Now, it's another one that came in. I'm not going to say who said this one. Someone says, oh, this is tough. This is tough to read. They once penetrated a gentleman's orifice with an astropop that they did not like. I'm just going to leave it at that. That is tough stuff, man. Yes. No, that's not quite how you spell orifice, but hey, if you want to rock with it, do what you do. Kenneth in here fucking up already? I forgot to put the little warning on there. It don't matter. Kenneth got like 52 accounts. Hey, Kenneth, pick a number between 1 and 24. Oh man. All right. All right. So yeah, there's that. If we have any other calls, I'm not gonna say who that was. There's some other stuff going on, man. Look, what you do with your butthole is on you. I don't really want nothing to do with that. I don't want to be around none. I don't want to. Can't do nothing with that. Oh, get the old dirty dick. That's terrible. That's awful stuff. Where's Shannon at? Shannon, tell us. Tell us something interesting, Shannon. I know Shannon got something good to say. Shannon has briefly touched on some of the interactions she's had, so I know she knows something a thing or two about fetishes. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like that whole Hillary conversation just got me just out of there. It's just Hillary's a terrible person. Mm. Do 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 do. Let's see. Coach, right? You got to, if you had to run a number of laps, if you had to run a number of gassers, Kenneth, you could run one gasser, 8 gassers, 10 gassers, or 24 gassers. How many would you pick? Yeah, I am pretty sexist. I'm sexist and I'm misogynistic. I've accepted the misogynistic part, but I love the ladies. I guess I'm a bigot. I've been called a bigot several times. Yes, gassers are the worst. So pick a number of gassers. You got a choice, or I'll pick for you. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
Ashley.
Miss Ashley, how are you tonight?
I'm fine.
Pieces.
Miss Ashley, did you vote for Hillary?
Do I what?
Did you vote for Hillary?
No.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
yeah, I did. I
Oh,
did.
that was terrible. That's terrible
I
stuff.
voted for Crooked Hillary. I did.
Oh, that's sad. What made you vote for Hillary?
So I knew he was going to start locking up Mexicans, and exactly what he did.
Okay. Um, all right, so let's get away from that because that's the type of stuff that that Hillary caucus bad stuff. Fetishes. Have you ever encountered someone who has had a fetish?
Have I?
Yes.
Yeah.
What kind of fetish was that?
How did I what?
I said, what kind of fetish was it?
I knew people with their sleep fetishes. Like, I knew this one guy was a foot fetish, and then I knew another guy who was, like, into really fat chicks. And, I knew a few BDSM people, or, people that were into that. And then, another one was just, like, like those guys that are into their women sleeping with other guys. I need
Yes,
somebody like that.
the cuckold. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's an odd thing. There's a story about that, but okay. So the BDSM people, how do you would you say they are outside of the bedroom? Would you consider them relatively normal people?
Yeah, they're normal.
Okay. Have you ever engaged in the BDSM activities with them?
Have I ever done that? No.
Why not?
Because I don't know. I don't want anyone to, like, I'm just not really into, like, role playing and weird shit like that.
Really?
I think I would be way too freaked out. I know I would. Like, stuff like that.
What about it? What freaks you out about that? I mean, you wouldn't like a little paddling, a little being tied up a little bit, a little pop on the bottom or whatever it is they
But
get into.
I don't want to be tied up at all.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Have you ever even tried it?
No.
Interesting.
I've seen it, but I've never tried it.
Have you seen it like via the adult education sites, or you've seen it in person?
I've seen that, but I've seen it, like, in person.
Oh, so have you ever attended like a adult party or something like that?
A little what?
Have you ever attended like an adult party, a swingers party, or anything of the nature?
No, I've never been to a swingers party. This is just like a BDSM party.
Oh, okay. No, that sounds tough. So people just getting tied up all over the place.
Yeah, and they were doing, like, spanking and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that spanking shit stopped whenever I was too old to get whoopings anymore. I think I have
I like that, but I don't think I would, like, I don't know.
So you like the spanking part of it?
Yeah, that's fine with me, but, like, I don't know, tying up, that's too much.
Okay. So, do you think that most women like aggressive sex?
I'm sorry, your phone's breaking up.
I said, do you think that most women like aggressive sex?
That what?
That most women like aggressive sex?
Oh my goodness.
Can you hear me? Let me see. I don't know if I'm.
What about sex?
I said, do most
Like, all I can hear is you saying sex.
No. Well, that's all I was saying. I didn't say anything else. I was just saying sex over and over again. No, I said, do you think that most women like
This is
aggressive
better.
sex?
Aggressive sex?
Yes.
Yeah, do I?
Yeah. Would you, or do you
Yeah.
think most women do? Okay. All right. Do you think that women more or less like to be manhandled?
Yeah, people are into that.
Okay. Interesting. So with this spanking at this BDSM party, did you did you get spanked?
You know,
Oh, so you're just watching. So you mean you
I was
just
just there. I was just there. If I was into it, and I'm not.
oh, okay.
You are.
Okay. So what would you say is about you personally, do you have a personal fetish?
I don't have a fetish.
Really?
No.
So is there what about preferences? I mean, what is the preference that you got?
For what?
I mean, for a partner. If you again, I know we talk about ideal partners, but there has to be certain things. It's not we're not going to do a build a man or build a person. Just what is it that maybe with the partners that you've had, is there a certain trait that they have that you prefer, or is it just? I mean, there has to be something specifically about people that maybe that attracts you or turns you on.
I guess if they're funny and smart, like they don't even necessarily have to be good looking. Like there's some people like, oh my god, like I used to like this one guy for years, and like after I stopped liking him, he was so ugly. Like I, like looking at a picture of him, I don't know, like it just depends. Like it doesn't even have to be like you're a good looking person, but like I just don't want you to be like super ugly.
What is super ugly?
Just like like messed up teeth and no lips, like ew. And bad skin and patchy hair. Patchy hair. Oh my god!
It's like,
Just cut it off.
I think of Mr. Burns or some shit. Okay.
Right.
Okay. I don't know. Like I say, so is the BDSM party, is that the only party that you've ever been to like that, or have you been to other adult themed adventures?
Like I just know like a lot of sexual people. So like if you go to gay clubs, like sometimes there'll be like theme nights.
That's a terrible thing. That sounds like a terrible place. So I don't know. So you have gay friends? Is that where you go to gay clubs, or is it just you go to gay clubs on occasion?
Yeah, they go to gay clubs because, I mean, I guess they might be gay. They're not like gay men. It's just like women who know gay men.
Yeah.
And I go.
Okay. Yeah, that's. Do you think women feel safer at gay clubs? Is that why they go? Because they're not as maybe pressured as they are at straight clubs. I mean, a straight club, a club. I'm gonna call it a straight club. I'm gonna call it a fucking club. A club where because men are after you.
Like, I don't know. I don't know because, like, maybe they just want to try out being gay for, like, a little bit.
No, it's terrible.
Because a lot of girls will, like, like, start kissing other girls, and then I'm like, oh, shit. Like, I'm not, that's, like, too far. But I like straight clubs. Like, I like really hood clubs.
Really, really, you like that? You don't come across. You don't sound like a person who likes the ghetto hood clubs. You like that trap music shit.
Me? Oh, I do. I don't listen to anything but City Girls.
No, it's terrible. Are you having a city girl summer? I know. It is supposed. What is everybody saying? It's supposed to be a hot girl summer, but the hot girls are losing or some shit like that.
Well, my summer's been pretty uneventful.
No, it's
I
terrible.
will tell you that, but I wish I was having a City Girl summer.
Okay. So when you hit the club, are you a person that frequents the dance floor? Are you a bar hugger? Are you a wallflower? How would you describe your activity in the club?
I love hyping people up. Like, that is my thing. I don't know why. I just love making people do crazy shit.
Hmm. Hmm. Who else? What y'all talking about? Who
I
else?
do.
Ain't nobody on my ass. I'm looking at DeMark. He talking about they on my ass. They ain't got to look. I ain't worried about that. I know who Kenneth. Kenneth also. Kenneth. Anyway, we ain't finna get into Kenneth. Anyway, so you like hyping people up. So you're a hype woman. You like the Flavor Flav of the club.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about yourself? But do you dance? Do you really get out there? Do you?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Okay. Are you a twerker?
Yeah, because, like, I really can't dance too well. Like, I have no rhythm.
Mm.
And I can't really do any moves. I could just shake my ass. I could do that.
Okay. Does it really take effort to be an ass shaker? Some people say it takes talent to be a proper twerker.
It does. I can't, like, I don't know how girls move their muscles, like, too good. Like, I'm not too good at it, but my ass is big, so I don't really need to know how to dance like that. But it does take effort.
Okay. Well, as long as you're having a good time, that's all that matters. That's all that counts. As long as you're enjoying yourself. Okay. So, do you get a lot of attention when you get on the dance floor from the hood club fellas?
You said what?
So, do you get a lot of attention from the hood club fellas when you get on the dance floor?
Yeah, I do, because I usually just, like, yeah, I do. Yeah.
All right, hold on one second. Now, look, moderators, I love y'all. Y'all know I don't really be tripping. That last comment, shit like that Shannon put, that stuff needs to be erased. I don't care about anything. Don't care about none of the nonsense. Y'all can troll. Y'all can do all that other stuff. Hold on. But I just don't want to see all that overly other shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot. That's like the only line. I'm all about free speech, as long as we don't get too into that other shit. All right. So that's the only thing I need y'all to be on guard for. Where is Professor Trill when you need him? Now you ain't gotta look. Trust me. That shit. I just happened to look up. I'm like, what the fuck? All right. Anyway, back to the conversation. So, is that the type of dude you like? You like hood dudes? Is that why you like going to hood clubs, or is it more the music?
Yeah. Ratchet music.
Okay. Nothing wrong with being ratchet every now and then. Okay. So of your friends that have these fetishes that are in these, you said you're very sexual friends and things like that. Who would you say has the most bizarre fetish or is into the most, bizarre sexual activity?
So there was this one guy who, it wasn't like he didn't tell me, but his friend had told me, or not his friend, but his girlfriend's friend had told me. I guess he likes to get, like, he's a strap-on. And so, like, he had came in when, like, okay, so it's like the guy's girlfriend's friend told me that he likes to get a strap-on used on him. And so I had seen him like a few days later, and oh my god, I was so surprised because he looked straight. He looks straight, like you would never ever know, which is like so crazy.
All right, so this is a question that we asked a while back, and I think the premise of it was interesting. So, is a guy who gets a strap-on used on him by a woman, does that make him gay? If he never has interactions with a man and he only gets it done by a woman, does that make him gay?
Is the strap-on shaped like a penis?
I'm assuming that's how they work.
I mean, like, if you're role-playing, you're role-playing. You know, like, if it's...
But how much of it is
Well,
role
that's
playing when
weird, but-
you mean, what do they call that? When the actors really get into those roles, fuck what they call that shit. When they I forgot what they call it. But yeah, they're definitely. It's a little bit more than role playing. I think that's. All right, Shannon, that's it. Your black card has been revoked. It's over with. I'm just tearing it up. She said too much, but nah. No, I don't know. Is that role playing when you're actually getting violated? I mean, that's tough. But what I'm saying is,
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's disrespecting your body. I just don't. Like, that's gay.
okay.
Nothing against gay people, but like, that nigga might as well go and suck a dick because that's too much. At that point.
Okay. Because, I think we had a debate about it. I forgot where it went. It probably went somewhere terrible. But, I mean, because, right, isn't it, a gay is supposed to be involving yourself with a member of the same sex, right? But if you're letting somebody of the opposite sex have interactions with you that the same sex would have, so, I mean, what is the difference?
Like, I don't know. I think it is gay. Like, he definitely wants to be gay at that point. Because why wouldn't he? Why would he just stop there?
That's what I'm questioning.
Like, what type of guy would even ask his woman to do that? Like, that's so fucking bizarre. I would literally I would fucking kill him.
What?
If he asked
That
gay
sounds
shit
like
that.
a hate crime. Oh, now you're out here committing. What if he's trying to get that who was that? Elizabeth Warren was talking about the gay reparations. What if he's preparing so he can get the gay reparations check?
Is this before or after I had sex with him? Like, no, like, I'm not even that type of person to where you could even joke like that. Like, I would black out and just start choking the life out of him. If he bent over trying to get me to put something in his ass,
that's disgusting. Let's change the subject.
no.
Yeah, let's definitely change the subject because it's getting a little weird. Okay. All right. So you said, so did that make you look at him differently? And so how did the friend know that? Did the girlfriend tell the friend, and then the friend told you?
It made me, well, I was just like mind blown that she would even do something like that. Like, I would never even, like, if my dude asked me something like that, I wouldn't even give in to that, like, no. But it made me look at him a lot differently, because he is, like, he's a black guy, and he looks straight. Like, that was, like, the worst fucking thing.
Shout out to RH, method actor. That is correct. Yeah, that's tough. That is strange. All right.
Like, you know what? When I was growing up, I knew of a couple that, like, did weird shit like this.
You said you knew a couple that did weird shit like that?
Yeah. And it, like, this was, like, the weirdest thing. And this was, like, the first time that I ever, like, heard of, like, trans people or anything like that. And I was in high school, and there was, like, this mixed girl, and then she had this white boyfriend. And then his hair was long, and then he was like, you know, and his nails were long, and I'm like, oh my god, like this is just a weird ass looking couple, you know, because they were just like really ugly. And anyways, he had the long hair and the long nails, and so I was like asking him about it, and he's like, oh, you know, like I'm trans and you know, I'm bisexual as well. And, you know, like me and my girl, we have bisexual threesomes. We're like all in high school, and I am just like so shocked.
Like that.
Like it was just weird.
Okay,
Like
so
people out here are fucking weird.
this is what I'm saying. Okay, so if you're dating somebody and they all the way out there, like, don't you have to worry about them cheating with more people? Or are you just okay with them fucking whoever? I mean, but apparently you just kind of got to be okay with whatever then, right? If you joining in with them on the shit and you're doing all this other, it's like you probably must not care either. Like I don't know, man. It's I don't know. It's
Like
tough.
shit gets deep. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. This is terrible. This is terrible
Yeah,
stuff.
really.
This is bad stuff. All right. Okay. So this is what we're going to ask you one more question. What is the wildest thing? Now, I know you said you had engaged in a situation, but what is the wildest thing? I mean, what is the thing that you've done that probably pushed you to your limits to where you were like you kind of questioned yourself after doing it?
What?
Let's say sexually. What is the wildest thing that you've done that you may have questioned yourself after doing?
Like that I've done?
Yes, that you've done. I'm laughing at that little chuckle. That's telling me something. I don't know what it's telling me, but that chuckle.
Right, I would never ever admit it.
What? You would never admit it.
Nah.
Why not?
Like the craziest thing I've done sexually?
Yeah.
No.
What?
Like what? Like what's crazy to you?
I don't know. What I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of subjective. I mean, so it's to you what something that may be crazy may not. To some person it may be doing anything outside a missionary position might be crazy. To some other person it might be the fucking Mile High Club. Somebody might be talking about doing it on the back of a horse or something. Like it just depends on the individual. So I'm saying, in your opinion, what is the craziest thing that you've ever done sexually if you pushed yourself to your sexual limits?
It wasn't really. I don't know. I really don't think I cheated on somebody before.
I don't know if that counts.
Or I'm not cheated on somebody, but I've cheated with somebody. I've cheated on somebody, but I'm not really with. I can do what I want, but I've cheated with somebody.
I like how you thought I can do what I want. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You've cheated with somebody, so that means that somebody was in a relationship and they cheated outside of their relationship?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Like in their house.
What? In the house that person was there?
No, she wasn't there.
Oh, I was about to say.
No. Her children were.
Oh.
I know, like that's such trash. I can't believe I did it, but I did it.
I mean, I don't know. I guess. I'll talk about it in a minute. I guess I could say a similar thing, But hey, we'll talk about that. That's a tough situation. Let's talk about this guy named Kenneth. Pick a number, Kenneth. Or I'm gonna pick a number for you. 1, 8, or 24.
You were under the age of 24.
What happened? What? No.
Never mind.
No, I was telling Kenneth to pick a number, 1, 8, or 24. Before I pick 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll let Miss K. Grace pick it. There we go. All right. Okay, there you go. So okay. So do you think that's the worst thing that you've ever done sexually? Is have an affair in the same house as the children, the youth?
I've had lots of affairs, I guess. I mean, not lots of affairs, but, you know, that went on for a while.
Okay. So lots of encounters with the same individual.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. And you said something earlier about you do what you want. So is that a thing about in your marriage or when you're married that you kind of still did what you wanted to do?
Like, for my first marriage, I was super faithful for my first two marriages, but then during my second marriage, or after my second marriage, I got back with my first husband. And then I'm like, I can't be with just you. Because, like, his dick didn't work.
Mm.
So I couldn't be with just him. And he was fine with it.
Mm. So was it like a cuckold situation? Or was it just kind of you could kind of go get your own thing going?
Yeah.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Right.
I'm gonna leave it at that. All right. Okay. Well, Miss Ashley, I appreciate you sharing. Anything else that you would like to share with us?
No.
Okay. Okay. All
Okay.
right. All right.
All right. Thanks for taking the call.
I appreciate you calling, and thank you very much for sharing, Miss Ashley. I always appreciate it.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Shout out to Miss Ashley because it's the laugh is what just it set it off for me. Man, let me tell you, man. Oh man, come on, like look, DeMarcus, stop the nonsense. I've never been a bench warmer in my life. I don't know what that means. If I'm gonna be fuck it up on the field. So my thing is this, man. My thing is this. That's a real interesting situation. I may tell the story one day. I'm not gonna tell it now. I'm not gonna tell it now. But yeah, that's why I find the word when they call motherfuckers cucks and stuff like that these days. I find that very funny because it definitely wasn't used as much back in the day, but it's definitely used a lot more these days. It's used a lot more freely, not in the original definition. And yeah, just say that I didn't know what that was till I kind of found out what the fuck that meant. So yeah, yes, Ashley's in the chat. She's in the chat from time to time. She slides in and she steals pistachios and challenges people. Um, so yeah, chat from time to time. Man, so shout out to Miss Ashley though. That is very interesting. And as far as the wildest thing that I've done, it's none of your goddamn business. No, if we figure out what this woman's fetishes that Miss Meat says doesn't exist, and maybe I'll share some with y'all. I learned about sharing stuff with y'all. Y'all don't be want to share back. Shout out to Ari. Ari said something too earlier, not the method acting thing, but he was talking about no jungles and that. Well, goddamn it, in the Serengeti. All right, if there's no jungles and it's getting wild in the Serengeti, goddamn it. Goddamn it. Finally got some damn batteries for this goddamn fan. Because it is, I don't know why I fucking had a remote for it and I never use it. What the hell? Shannon? You've been on some other shit tonight. I don't know what Shannon been on tonight, but it's been terrible shit. It's been the worst shit. Like Shannon has been saying the worst shit I've heard ever in the den tonight. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
Hey, Honcho.
Hello.
It's Belle. How are you?
How are you, Miss Bell? What would you like to?
know I had to weigh in on this shit tonight.
Yes, I'd like to know your thoughts and your feelings about fetishes.
Okay, I think that it's kind of limited. I can't speak for the women. I tend not to have fetishes, but I think most women have fantasies, which is slightly different. I think that we as women more come across as how we want to feel after everything's left over rather than the fetish stuff. And I can't speak for the women, but I know I can speak for myself. I think fetish is more of a guy thing than it is a female thing. I want to say sometimes it's an extension of what they already have or what they're dealing with or what's not working because they're trying to liven up things that, as we get older, things don't always rise to the occasion as they need to. So you use other things in order to prop that kind of stuff up. But as far as, I think women are probably more into fantasy and that kind of stuff than they are fetishes. I think I'd like to ask our females in the audience about that because I think it's more relative to the group that we've got going. As far as fetishes go, I can't think of one, to be honest with you. And as I get older, the more I realize how vanilla I really am. And I'm okay with that. I've lived life enough to know what I like and what I don't like, and I'm okay with that. And nor do I have to explain that because I've come to be a person of a certain age. However, if you have a question, I'll answer it honestly.
Okay. So you say that you're relatively vanilla. And
Okay, let me say this. I'm also a newly widow. So my skew of life has been for the last 24 years of being with one partner.
Okay. Now, would you say that being with that one partner that you would have to do things from time to time to kind of keep it lively?
Relationships over any length of time are going to change. When you start in a relationship, 24 years later or 20 years or 15 or even 10 years later, you're not the same person as you started out in that relationship because if it's a positive relationship, you're both going to grow. And when you grow, you are not the same as what you once were. It doesn't mean that things get better or worse, but sometimes they just change. Sometimes the fantasies change. Sometimes the fetishes change. Sometimes it's more intense. Sometimes it's like, okay, we've done that enough, let's find something else. But the biggest thing is variety. The biggest thing for any relationship is to keep date night up. I would have to say that's probably the best thing to keep communication open in a long-term relationship is making sure that date night is mandatory once a month, once a week, whatever the schedules hold. And keeping up being spontaneous. And it's really hard to be spontaneous and plan sex when, oh, we've got daycare, oh, they've got third shift, and I've got first shift, and yeah, we got 20 minutes here, and it's like, okay, go get the minivan. Yeah, that's real great. But it's still the fact that, you create something good with what you have, and sometimes the spontaneity is the fetish because it's a surprise, it's something new, it's keeping it lively. It's more fantasy than it actually is fetish. I don't know where to go with that on the fetish part. That's something of a past life. So let's put it this way. I've closed the door to the red room on that.
The red room. Tell me about this red room. So, well, okay. So you say for women it's more fantasy than fetish. Well,
I've actually read all the books, and I've not seen any of the movies. But basically, what 50 Shades of Grey is, and most of that is what they call mommy porn, which means that people staying at home who like to read literature, it gives them like the one up of intellectual erotic. It's not much more than mental porn, if you want to go that way. And it's still, again, it comes back to each individual, what they're willing to do and how far and how willing they are to go to do these things.
So saying how far they're willing to go, what kind of fetishes have you been a participant in? So if it wasn't necessarily your fetish, but you being a willing partner, what kind of fetishes have you partaken in?
This is one of those times I want to take the fifth.
Oh, good grief! What is going on here?
And yep, because there are just certain things that a woman may do, but doesn't mean she has to discuss publicly.
This is tough. See, I blame Miss Meat for this whole fifth stuff starting now. You just want to start pleading the fifth, and now it's going to start a bad trend. Okay, now there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just messing with you. Okay.
No, that's fine. The thing is that everybody allows themselves to be as vulnerable as they want. That's just not one place I want to be vulnerable. What I do in my bedroom with the partner I'm with, that's between that person and I. I don't kiss and tell.
Okay.
And it doesn't mean that... It just means that what I sanctify in my sexual relationship is my business. That doesn't mean that I am judgmental of anybody else's. But I will say that there are some pretty strange things that I never understood the... what do they call it? The Care Bears and the costumes of the animal kind of things.
The furs.
I never got that.
Yeah, I don't understand it
I
either.
mean, if I actually had to go a certain way, it would have been more masquerade balls and the whole waltzing and the old-fashioned kind of stuff like that. As far as, dancing and wearing the masks, not so much there's a certain amount of kink that is added to that. And the kink actually just comes from the bizarreness or the perverseness of it. Like I said, I tend to be more vanilla in more ways than one. Any other questions? I mean, I'm not really uncomfortable with it. It's just the fact that when you close the door to something and you're trying to start fresh, it's like you're not sure where to go with things. Now, I will say this. There is a lot more out there publicly than ever used to be. Most of this stuff was what they call in the underground, or it wasn't ever really talked about until, like, you had shows like Maury Povich or Jerry Springer, or and brought a lot of the nitty-gritty stuff to the surface. And the thing is this is something that I've always figured out. If you've got an idea to bring to one of those shows, you really might need to recheck yourself and check your sanity, because you're there to really just embarrass the hell out of your personal life and blow it all to smithereens. And it's not something that most people do on a day-to-day basis. And it just, I don't know. I just never really saw any, any gain from sensationalizing your own sexual life.
Okay, I can understand that. I don't think I have too much to add to that thing. 'Cause like I said, I won't push you too far. Because Miss Bell is one of the ladies of the den, and so I'm not gonna give her a hard time. Some of y'all be so aggressive and mean, so I'll be trying to press y'all. But Miss Bell is always nice, and she's always fair and balanced in her opinions and her suggestions. So I will not. I won't try to force anything out of you.
Okay, Honcho, I got to put my foot down there. Kenneth pisses me the hell off.
Oh.
However, I know he's a youngin', and I know he's just really wet behind the ears with a lot of things. It doesn't make him a bad person. It's just sometimes you just want to pop him side the backside of the head and tell him to sit the hell down.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so
terrible.
he needs to know that I don't hate him. I'm just like really kind of what the fuck.
Yeah. Kenneth is
And
needing some attention. That's all he is. So he definitely has to learn.
he's
some
our
things.
ADD child in the den. Yes, I realize that. But as far as I think that it could be broadened out with the question of fantasy versus fetish. Maybe that might help because I know that a lot of the women don't want to talk about it, and I guess because I see it and when I think about it, 90% of the things I think about are what the men's fetishes are, and not really what the women's fetishes are, due to the fact that men are more verbal about what they want, and we're more verbal about what we don't want. And that's where sometimes the communication gets a little jacked up, or just a little doesn't always communicate well. You know, I'll say, well, I don't want this, this, and this, and then he'll say, well, what do you do want? I don't know. Well, he's like, I want this, this, and this, and I'm like, yeah, that's not happening this year or this lifetime. So it's a matter of coming together to figure out what two people want. And sometimes it might happen at a party and just shit happens, or it might be something, hey, we'll plan this out for a month and X, Y, Z. So it really, again, it depends on the couple, whether it's a hit it and quit it situation or long term. So, anyway, that's kind of what I got for tonight, and I'm back to the boards. And I don't mind being vanilla, but yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong.
When I start dating, y'all know when I start dating how that'll turn out. But it just for now, I'm kind of staying in my reserve life, and I'm okay with that.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
All right, I'm back to the boards, and I'll let somebody else call in.
All right. We appreciate it, Miss Bell, as always. I appreciate you calling in.
And don't forget my pistachios.
I got you. I got you.
All right. Night.
Good night. Shout out to Miss Bell. Somebody just called and answered the phone, but they hung up on me. Well, forget y'all then. Miss Bell. I like Miss Bell. Give her a double dose of this pistachios. She's so ladylike and polite. Yeah, Kenneth is a fucking ass clown. Yeah, I said it. Okay. Whoever that was that, what the fuck was it? That was just calling, call back. I was trying to take your call, but you hung up as I was calling. Snoop Dogg is out of there. Snoop Dogg need to sit his ass down somewhere. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening? Snoop Dogg is out there. Snoop Dogg is sitting there.
Hello?
Hello. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? This is Danny.
Yes, ma'am. Miss Danny, how you doing this evening?
Hello. Wait a minute. Let me pause my other screen. How are you this evening?
I'm doing good, Miss Danny. How about yourself?
I'm fine.
Okay.
I just wanted to say, I agree with the last caller. Fantasy versus status. You know, it's more for women anyway. You know, it's not like like guys. You hear these things about somebody has a shoe fetish or hair fetish, or they want beads and different little things that turn them on. You know, to us women, I don't think we really have those fetishes like that. We just want to take on we want a man to take a firm position. It's not like you want to be raped or you want to be beaten or you want to be manhandled
or anything of that sort. But you do want the man you're with to be in control. Like the woman just said, he may ask, I want this, and you be like, no, I'm not into that. It's like if you're not in anal sex and everything, doesn't mean that I'm not gonna let you do other things aggressively and firmly. I just might not like anal sex. And so when you get into those areas, we want a man to make the decision and convince me, turn me on to the point where, you know, I'm giving it all to you. You know, that's how I think that's how most women feel about it.
Okay, okay. So you think that it's like there has to be a certain level of is it more of a turn on? Is it more of a comfort feeling? Like how would you describe the from the woman's perspective the feeling that a man should get them in for them to be willing to open up to more things?
It has to be, you know, first of all, it's a level of confidence in a man. And that comes with, you know, the mental and physical health of the man. If you have that level of confidence where, you know, like what, if I'm with my husband, you know, I should feel secure enough in that relationship to explore multiple things with him that I wouldn't normally do, you know, with other people because that's your husband. You're supposed to, you know, give yourself over. And when you do that completely and everything, then, you know, I think you'll have a great, you know, sexual relationship. It's like even when you're tired, like, you know, not putting my business out here, but, but my husband works a lot of night work sometimes and he comes home and he's tired, but just because he's tired, I'm tired too, but I still need some. You know, I still need what I need, and you know, so it's whether you're willing to, okay, I'm tired, but I'm gonna wake up for this
Yeah.
and do what you got to do. Those kind of things, you know. Um, so it's fetish, it's fantasy, and it's keeping their relationship fresh. You know, for women. It's just, you know, making yourself available, you know, to the man. And I guess that's where you get all these stalkers and crazy people because you have these people to them in the extreme. Like I think the caller before, not this caller that just got off, the caller before, I don't know what was going on with her. She was an undercover stalker. She was stalking you next. And, yeah, some issues. I can say like, oh my God, you know, I'm hoping I'm warning my sons against these crazy women. But back to you know, when you get in a relationship with you know with any man, you have to be willing to do certain things. And I and I'm not even going to just say marriage. You know, if you're out there and you want to go buck wild at the club and your fantasies. Like, have you ever read those brown sugar books?
No, never
They
heard
got
of
the
it.
brown sugar. Oh my God, it's a whole series of them. You know, it's brown sugar. They're like really short stories, and it may be 8 or 10 in a book. And I know this one that really stood out to me. And I've never tried it. God knows I would be so afraid to ever do it. But it was so sexually arousing that it was them making out in the club. They actually they actually had sex in the club at the bar and nobody knew it.
Mm.
You know, so it's keeping your mind open to those sexual experiences and letting who you know if you want to be married and you know then you should be able to give everything to your man. But if you're just gonna be a girlfriend out there or you know whether it's a gay club, everybody got a fantasy. You know, I would say if I had to have a fantasy and think about what that fantasy is, it would probably be, you know, I've never had a lesbian experience, you know, so if I had to think about a fantasy, it wouldn't be, you know, me and two dudes. It would be me, you know, a guy and a gal.
Yeah.
It would be something like that, you know.
Okay, tell me more. So
I mean, for everybody, but fantasies, are not. Some fantasies are not meant to be played out
yeah.
because that's when you run into them crazy ass, retarded stalker folks.
Hmm.
So you have to be careful about the fantasy and inviting other people or other things into the bedroom because once you invite those things into the bedroom, they're gonna be your partner's gonna want them things. If they like what you did, then why shouldn't they keep wanting you to introduce that more often? So if you invite another man, another woman, you know, toys, whatever, if but just be prepared once you invite it, once you open your little fantasy up, what you call a fetish or a fantasy, once you open the door, just be prepared for what comes next, and they're going to want to keep that if it was that good.
So I have a question, Miss B. Moore.
Mm-hmm.
How important? Let me put it like I won't say important, but how much of a connection does sex have to a woman's mood? Say, like you said, you may come home from work and you're tired, and it's been times that I know personally that, say, me and my old lady, we get it in either the night before she has to go to work early that next day, or maybe sometime before work or whatever it may be, and she'll come home and say, "Yeah, my coworker said that I was looking like I was glowing, or I was in a particular mood." Is that a thing that happens with a lot of women? Is there like that connection between good sex and a good mood for women?
Oh, yeah. Look, some good sex to have you sitting there squeezing your thighs all day long at work. you know, I'm silly. Excuse me. I'm a little nasty too, but
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
but I mean, there's a strong connection between that, and most of that has to do with your relationship and desire to be with the person. It's like when you look at your mate or whoever you're gonna conquer that night, be it your spouse, your girlfriend, somebody you meet at the club. When you look at them and you unleash whatever desires that you have building inside of you for them, you know it's you're supposed to be tired the next day. You're supposed to be walking a little slow, all that good stuff.
Mm. Okay, okay.
I'm being very silly. I'm not being very intellectual about all this. It's just to me, whatever you do, in the bedroom, and as long as it's with somebody you can trust, and and you're not out there going to Tom, Dick, and Harry. Choose. I would tell people choose a partner that you can do everything you want in your head with,
Yeah.
and be it fetish or fantasy, then you can truly be happy, with that. But if you got to go around and you got to lie to this person and lie to that person, it kind of it ruins the fantasy. You got to keep making shit up over and over again for this one to please that one. You know, just be who you want to be, whoever you want to be with, and and just open yourself up to everything, but not bondage. I ain't doing no damn bondage.
What's wrong with
You're not
bondage?
tying me up.
What? What's wrong with bondage?
Look, and you know why ain't nobody tying me up. I done told you that. Ain't nobody,
I
you're not
understand.
tying me
I
up.
understand. Man, I
Let me
tried
tie
to.
you up.
Man,
Let me tie you up.
I tried to get my old lady to she wanted everything else is mostly on the table, but I tried to convince her to let me have a little bit more control. She wasn't with it. I mean, and everything. I mean, I ain't gonna go into too deep with all our business, but yeah, she just that, and it wasn't even. It was like I think some like little rope things that they were like they had like the little thing between. She was not having that shit. Everything else is a go. But I still, even after a couple of years, still can't get it.
Look,
I
we
can't
can play
convince her.
the tease game, see who can last the longest. We can do all of that. My hands, my wrists, whatever, but I ain't being tied up by nobody. I ain't getting no swings and
No swing, okay.
Oh my goodness. I was thinking of something the other caller said, and I was like, she must not have heard any Kardashians and stuff. I'm
Mm.
like, there's no profit or nothing in it for
No.
them to
Oh.
to put these things out there about themselves. For some people it is. Sex is money, and it's always going to be money. No matter what you do, people are going to be drawn to the things that they can't naturally, possess.
Yeah.
So they want something temporary that they can control, be it 2 minutes or 10 minutes.
Mm. Mm.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right. I have nothing. I can't dispute anything you said, and I definitely agree. Because I know if the table were turned, I'm definitely not getting. Hey, look, I need all my freedom. I can't do the restrictions. I can't. My excuses. Well, what if the house catch on fire or something? And I'm tired of. I can't. I can't get free. We can't do none of that stuff. So I agree with you. I need to be
I would tell
unrestrained.
people, do a. I ain't gonna say go to no damn swingers club. They got too much stuff going on
Mm.
right there.
Yeah.
I heard about them. I ain't never been to one. I've never had a I've never been for women. I've had offers
Mm.
and all of that kind of stuff, but I've never done that deed. But I would say if you have a significant other that you trust and everything, go to a sex toy, a perfectly normal sex toy party.
Mm.
Something like you know, not Victoria's Secret. They got so many different ones out here. Love and Romance. It's all kinds of different little ones you can find online where they come out and they'll let you host a party
Yeah.
and they'll bring out the sex toys and have little games. It's clean, it's fun, it's engaging. You might even get a fetish. You might see there's something there, like if you introduce your man to the ball ring vibrator and stuff, everybody is like, I don't want nothing on my balls. I don't want nothing touching this for the woman. But you'd be surprised with the woman and the toy how much pleasure that can bring.
Mm. Mm. That is
So
that is actually pretty interesting. I remember I had a friend. She used to do what they call them, passion parties or something like that. And so yeah,
yeah,
she always have some
yeah.
very interesting things going on.
Like I said, and it's very clean. It's very natural. It ain't nothing, ain't nobody in there stripping and taking off their clothes and, no orgies or anything. It's just learning about the specific toys, that might become a fetish for some people or acting out a fantasy with those particular toys.
Yeah, that's ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, sometimes you gotta add a little spice. So there's nothing wrong with that. You gotta because the same thing over and over. You gotta add a little something to it from time to time to keep it interesting. So I can't fault anybody for figuring out. But I agree with you. Find somebody that you can trust, that you don't have to be venturing out all over the place with. I know when I was younger that was cool, but as I've gotten older, now I'm just it's not the same thing. You'd rather have those experiences with someone as opposed to you know
Right.
maybe anyone
At the
everybody.
end of the day, as long as you come, come often, come more often, and come more than less, then you're good.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that. Yeah.
And I'm out of here on that note.
All right, well, Miss Danny B. Moore, I appreciate you calling. I appreciate you showing some love to the den by dropping some Benjamins. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good
All right,
night.
you have a good evening. Mm. And that's the thing. I don't know. I don't know if I consider that a fetish though. I don't know if I consider it a fetish. We'll take one more call to end the night. Then we'll do that. That'll be the last one. But like that's my thing. Like I have to make sure my old lady. I don't know. And I don't even know if it's necessarily being a pleaser. It's just something about me. Like I said, I want to dominate the scene. Like my old lady has to come multiple times, and then like I say, when I'm done and I mark my territory. And I stand over a motherfucking ass looking like Captain Morgan. You know what I'm saying? staking my territory and shit. I don't know. That's my whole gig. I'm like, I got a motherfucker me stake my claim. You feel me? That's my whole premise. Like, the thing is, we both win. I get to feel like I'm doing something. She gets to enjoy all the pleasure when she laid out, sprawled out over the bed, can't move and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I hop up, stretch out, and I go get a little towel or something. Here, go purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. You know. So it's all good, man. It's all good. So you know, I'm all with it. Shannon, you are weird. You are weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Shannon be into some weird stuff. Everybody's like, oh hell no. But then like stuff that is not, what I don't think would be as considered as bad. She's like, hell no, that's a no go. I would never. I love Miss Shannon, but she is off. Now, Adita Gamma said she worked. You was in the swinger club, and how did that as a chaperone? What exactly does a chaperone do in the club scene? You know, I used to always want to think that when I was young, I used to always think that I wanted to go to a fucking nudist colony. Till I started like actually looking at some of them nudist colonies like online and shit. I'm like, that's a bunch of old, wrinkly, dirty people. I don't want to go there. That shit looks terrible. Like that seems like a terrible place to go. Like, I don't want to go to there. Shannon's terrible today. She's been saying some of the worst things. Oh, you take the club visitors on tour? Okay. All right, cool. So that's interesting. That's interesting. So punani, you don't know about the punani? What is it? What they used to call it? Was it the yoni? It has so many. It's so many different names. They're all wonderful. Unless she calls it a blue waffle, then stay away from that. Okay, so you take them around the club, and okay. Was it, because I've looked into some of those. Again, I've never been to one. I know they have different ones. I know they have on-premise and off-premise type stuff. Because I remember a while back, I was going to try to convince my old lady to go. Well, we actually were going to go to one, but I think we ended up getting to some other crazy shit that evening. Said the nudist colony in Martinsville has an old tour open. But man, I was supposed to tell y'all a story a long time ago the other day about the African, and I think in Martinsville, but I never told it. So I'll save it for tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, I told y'all we were going to have a conversation. So tomorrow night will be an extended in, most likely. Because a lot of you weren't here for the conversation, and we actually had that conversation twice a while back, where I talked about why I no longer identify with the term pro-black. And there's a couple of other issues that I want to speak on today, because like I said, I want people to kind of understand my angle. And again, to me, being understood is extremely important. So that'll be tomorrow night's topic. We will be talking about that, just to give y'all a heads up, because I know some folks like to know about those kind of things. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we have calling into the den this evening?
It's Shannon.
Shannon, you've been a terrible person tonight. You know that?
How am I a terrible person?
You've been a terrible person. I've been having to delete your messages left and right, and I am upset. But you still.
What?
I said,
What did I do?
I don't know. You've been saying some very bad stuff. You've been saying some bad stuff, and it had
There's nothing wrong with it.
No, there's not. Yes, absolutely something wrong with it. It's bad. It's terrible things. It's not right. It's scientifically improper. You want this one?
What about guns? Give fuck with vibrators?
That's completely inappropriate. I was trying to block you out before you said it. Yeah, now you were saying that. You were saying some other weird stuff earlier. You were saying some weird stuff about. I don't even want to remember it because
about
No, the furries thing. The furries, well, fairies. I'm pretty sure you said something about fairies too, but furries is. I mean,
And the drag queen.
I'm not asking you to repeat it. I'm just saying you said bad stuff. I don't want you to repeat the stuff. What? What did you just say?
I've had sex with a drag queen.
But then you said that you wouldn't do it.
You know that most men that dress in drag are not gay, right?
That's a lie. So
It's not like
so let me get something right.
but
Hold on. Let me understand something here. So you
what?
said you wouldn't entertain sex with another woman, right? You said that's a no go, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, but you'd have sex with a drag queen.
Oh, it wasn't planned. It just happened.
How did that?
Well, it's a lot of partying, a lot of alcohol involved, and stuff like that. So it just happened.
It doesn't just happen. I don't. I don't know. It's your story. Tell it. Tell the people. Tell us the story of the drag
No,
queen.
I ain't telling shit.
No, you already said it. Like we already know what happened. You might as well tell the story now. I mean, we know the ending.
No, I just truthfully, I don't even remember most of it
So how do you
because
remember
I
this?
was that fucking drunk.
So where were you at that you were engaging in a party with the drag queen?
Yeah,
But where were you at
I
that?
was at a private party where, like I said, my gay friend rented this hotel and everything, and
So your
there
gay
was a lot of
so
people there and
so this is
some
what you hold
drag
on.
queens and a lot of alcohol,
All right, so
and of course,
let's talk about this, okay? Because you just said most men that dress in drag aren't gay. So you're telling me that a drag person came to a gay man's hotel party, and then
yes,
you
because the
engaged,
people he worked, yeah,
but you don't think he was gay?
might be. I mean, who cares? I was too drunk to ask the question.
Did you strap it up?
Huh?
Was protection used?
Yeah, not that drunk. Hell no. Never forget the protection. It's not that drunk, no matter how much.
So
I really do not even remember too many details of that night, so we're gonna leave it at that.
this is the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. Miss Shannon, I love Miss Shannon. I really do. I do. And I give Miss Shannon a hard time, but I appreciate her for sharing her stories, for being so honest. You just have some encounters that are interesting, to say the very least. Okay?
I regret most of them,
That's
like that Ninja Turtle one. I regret that one.
well, Ninja Turtles do things to people. Uh, so, this is. I don't even know where to go with this encounter. So, do you have a fetish?
I would tell y'all, but I'm not going to.
What is this? I would, but girl, if you don't tell us what the fetish is.
Because I don't want somebody thinking I got some like kind of rape fantasy and everything, or some kind of rape fetish.
No, so
Because I don't.
now you told us what the fetish is. So you
Like
might,
I don't want people to sit there thinking I got like some fantasy about being raped or anything.
but you've already said this fantasy. So go ahead and just give us the rest of it. So I think we can make a good assumption from there.
Like I got this fantasy about just being dominated, just being taken. Like no words and nothing, just being grabbed and thrown up against something and then fucked and everything, or just being held down and then tied up and then maybe whipped. Yeah, but no burning though. And shocking during sex, that's like it's okay if it's like those nipple things where you can shock your nipples and stuff, but no cattle prods and things like that.
Have you ever had an experience with cattle prod?
I'm not gonna say. I plead the fifth.
See, that's what I say. Like, Miss Meeting started some shit, and now we just going down and everybody want to plead the fifth. Ain't no fifth in the damn deal. The fifth has been revoked, overruled, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know what's happening right now. So you have this fetish about.
I've told you that I've had experience with BDSM. And I've told you I've had like candle wax on my coochie before. And other parts of my body before. I've told you that.
Coochie wax. Okay.
And I get burned with candle wax and stuff. Which, I don't like that one. Not on my coochie.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, this is. So, I don't even know where to go. So you have this.
But yeah.
This fantasy of being Liam Neeson, and where did this come from? When did this start? When did you realize that you had this fantasy?
You know how I like reading those erotic romance books, right?
The mommy porn, apparently. Yes.
Okay, well, a character in one of those books was the man she's with asked her about what her fantasies was because she did every one of his fantasies. Long story short, she told him that she had the fantasy that he would just come into the room and make his presence known, but he wouldn't say anything, and he would just take her.
Okay. That's a tough situation to be in, you know. Because what if you like decide to make that fantasy happen, but you caught her like at the wrong time, like right after she just got some terrible news, and you go in there trying to take her, and she all in a bad mood, and then y'all started fighting. And
so the fantasy played out is that like she was in the kitchen cooking and all that, and he just came in. And of course, she knows he's there, but he just came in and he took her up against the table and everything like that. And ever since then, I've always had that fantasy.
But did the food get burned?
Huh?
But did the food get burned?
Oh, the food's on the floor now.
What the fuck? So now you have to waste it. See, now y'all bullshitting. So you even went to fantasy to food waste. I'm not with that shit. Look, I'm gonna use up a lot of energy here. I'm gonna want some food afterwards. I don't want to, have to go making no to-go orders and all that other shit. Yeah, only one I had to whoop that ass. I didn't want to have to do it, but you charged me up. I had to whoop that ass. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, so the food basically got. Wait, did they have a dog?
And then there was like another fantasy where he just took her in the, like up against this tree and everything. And ever since then, I've had those fantasies. I mean,
so now you have a tree fantasy?
No, he just like take her anywhere anywhere. Doesn't matter.
Is this like a Tarzan novel? He's just taking bitches in trees now? I was like, what is going on? I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I mean,
like he's just dominating her in every sense of the way, and just take her like she wanted him to, and more. So I've always had those kind of fantasies, but I don't want to tell anybody because I don't want nobody thinking that I have some kind of fantasy about being raped.
That's interesting because how many do you think other women have these type of fantasies?
What did you say?
I said, do you think other women have these type of fantasies?
Do I always have these type of fantasies? Is that what you just said?
Do you think that other women have similar fantasies to yours? Do you think other women?
Yes. Yes. Well, the person who wrote the book was a woman, so.
What if they were using what do they call it, a pseudonym, whatever they call it, pseudonym, something like that? What if it was a man telling you that's what a woman? What if it was a gay man that wrote that book, posing as?
No, this was a woman who wrote this book, not a gay man, a biological, natural-born woman.
Prove it. How can you prove it?
Huh?
How can you prove it?
Because I looked up the person who wrote the book, and this is a woman who is married.
Who wrote the book?
I forgot her name, for real, but,
What if her husband wrote the book?
I gotta go find that book, because I got it here in my house.
Tarzan and Jane.
But it's a woman who wrote it. I don't know her real name, but I know her name, her writer's name that she goes by. I gotta find that book so I can tell you. But I love it. Like, she writes another book called Caught in the Devil's Hand, which is like supernatural erotic fantasy book about a girl being like fucked by demons and stuff.
Yeah. And
Well,
did you read that book?
yes, I have. Yes, I have. Being seduced into darkness.
I don't even know what to say about some of these things that you're into. You are a twisted person, Miss Shannon. I love you. I think you're a great person. I think you are a good person. I think you eat shitty barbecue. But you like twisted stuff. You like very twisted reading material, and it's questionable.
Okay.
So they do. You met 7 women like that. Real. Oh man, that's tough. Yeah, that should get you in trouble. Cause like, what if she likes that stuff and then you do it, and then she don't like the outcome, and she hits you, flips the scripts on you, and tells everybody that you violated her. So you got to be careful with that.
What did you just say?
So Miss Bell says there's a certain percentage of men that are actually straight that cross dress. I have a hard time believing that. Like,
why you didn't show everybody the picture? So you can see what the rusty trick on is.
Look, my videos already get demonetized. Look, I'm trying to at least keep the channel alive, before they oh, now you've gone too far. My thing is this, right? My thing is this. Well, you know what? That's funny because Miss Meeks.
I don't know if fantasy.
What?
Fantasy.
That's your fantasy?
Like, my fantasy?
You're doing
I
rusty.
plead the fifth.
You do rusty trombones?
I plead the fifth.
Interesting.
No, but I've never done it, but I would be open-minded to it.
You say you would what? You would be into it.
I would be open-minded to it as long as he's really clean.
So that means yes, you would if the opportunity presented itself.
Like, he has to clean his ass.
Miss Shannon, have you ever eaten the groceries, Miss Shannon?
Have I what?
Have you ever eaten the groceries?
Are you asking me if I ever ate a man's ass?
Have you ever eaten the groceries?
No.
Just inquire. I don't know. I don't know about the percentage. I think if it's a small percentage, it's just because they haven't ventured over yet. If you're talking about there are straight men that are cross, if they are cross dressing, it's about a couple of days away before they're out of that small percentage and they're into the big percentage.
Dude, you do know that RuPaul is married to a woman and has kids.
Well, okay. What does that mean? That doesn't mean. I mean, sperm still works the same way.
Yeah.
I mean, marriage is a legally binding contract. Sperm still works the same way. That doesn't mean that he ain't out there having, Disneyland adventures. Going to their happiest place on earth. What is that? That don't mean nothing.
But yeah, like, women have fetishes just like men do. Like, women, like more women have, like, such an obsession with gay dudes because they like watching them have sex.
No, that's just you.
No, that's a lot of women.
No, that is just you, Shannon.
That is a lot of women.
I don't believe. Okay, women, lady folks that are in here. Quick poll. Y'all know how we do it. 0 for no, 1 for yes. How many women watch gay men have sex?
Not in the bin, but
0 for no,
elsewhere.
1 for yes. That y'all enjoy watching gay men have sex.
Yeah.
Gay niggas don't even like watching gay niggas have sex. So what is you talking about?
I don't know. It's like a forbidden fruit. There's something forbidden about it.
Well, see, that's you in this forbidden fruit. Like, so far, it's all zeros across the board. It is nothing but no.
Like I told you, I be hanging out at the gay clubs and everything like that in the gay bars. I've been
see,
like, and I've been seeing some stuff, and it'd be like, And I'll be with my gay friend at his parties and stuff, and I'll be seeing some stuff, and I've watched him have sex most of the time.
You are an anomaly. You are an exception to all the rules, Miss Shannon.
What?
I said you are an exception to all of the rules. You are an anomaly. Most women do not enjoy that. It's you and like maybe four other women in America. Uh,
No, I'm just
and,
not even
and,
that to
and
me.
two,
No,
and two of
Honcho.
them are only here on a temporary visa, so I don't even know what they ain't gonna be here that long. So it's like you and two or three other people. That's not a thing. I'm sorry to say.
Okay, me and you watching lesbians. So what's
I
the
don't like.
difference?
I hate lesbian porn. I can't. Where do I fit in? Like if I'm watching the porn, I want to see where do I fit in this equation? Okay, like, okay, this is a bunch of they're scissoring, they're fingering, they're licking and flicking, but where's my point? Where's my time? You know, ever since Jamie Foxx when he did that stand up when he talked about he went to the Playboy Mansion, he said he was two girls in there getting it on. They got so into each other they forgot he was there. And he's talking about got some dick. Anybody need some dick? I got some dick over here. Anybody need some dick? Ever since then, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, fuck lesbian porn. Ain't no room for me in the lesbian porn. They don't even
Men especially go crazy in their straight clubs if they saw two women kiss.
Man, I don't give a shit about two women. What does that have to do with me? Like how you're different because you like the weird stuff and you kind of an anomaly. I might be different on the other end. Like, what is that doing for me? Like, I don't want it. Like, if I had two women, I don't want two women because I want them to be all over each other. No, I want two women so that I can lay down my dominance on multiple women at once. I don't want y'all kissing. I don't want y'all playing with each other. If that's what happens, whatever, fine, whatever. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to lay down the piping. Okay, I'm here to. Call me the Mario brother. You know, the only one brother. I'm plumbing over here. Okay, like I'm not here for all this. Let's all roll around and get all sweaty. Look, you over here, you over here. You know, and while I'm taking care of business with one, hey, you go give me some water. You give me some. I need a little refreshment. You know, you bring me a towel. You know, I'm ready for round two. Swap it up, switch it up. You know, we can go back and forth, whatever, all that other good stuff. But it's not about. It's like I don't know. I don't care about all that extra shit. Like this is about me and me laying down my sexual prowess. It's not about this whole. I want to sit back and watch y'all fondle one another. I don't give a shit about none of that shit. Like that ain't got shit to do with me. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful with that BBW highway. You know, I like the BBWs, but BBW highway sometimes they go above and beyond what you would call a BBW. Sometimes it's a BBBBW, a big BBWWW. Like, hey, I got love for BBW. I got love for the big girls. But you gotta. There's sometimes it just gets a little. It's like, hey, there's a point where I say, I'm out. I'm tagging in. You know, I'm cool on that. I can't. You know, I can't do it all. But I do like ghetto porn.
So you're not like you need a break in between going all night.
What?
You need a break in between like fucking all night and stuff.
What are you talking about?
Cause you know they got pills for that. They got to, you know.
I don't need no extra stimulant. I don't need no motherfucking pills. What is she talking about? This is all natural here. Look,
Like have you had sex all night?
if you going
It's for the morning.
if you are fucking all night, something ain't right. Okay. Only time that I had festivities that are all night was back when I was younger. I told y'all I've tried, you know, ecstasy and things like that back in the day, when years and years ago when it used to be a drug. Let me tell you. I had one time I went and visited a friend from high school at college. I left from where I was at college. I went to her college and probably like left at midnight. Probably got there about 1:30 in the morning. And it was funny because I had a partner. He knew a chick that stayed out there too. So he went and visited this chick. I just rode out there. And I bust this chick up. I basically got to her room and we smashed from about 1:30, 1:45-ish to damn near 7 in the morning, 6:37 in the morning, right? After that experience, it was not a good experience. My shit was hurting. It was raw. I was like, God damn, I didn't put in too much work. Thought I fucked my shit up. Like, I don't want to do all that. That's unnecessary. If you doing it right, it don't take all that. It doesn't take all that. Now, if you're just trying to be sensual and add some extra shit to it and just kind of make it memorable, that's one thing. But all this all night long, it's not. If you fucking all night, either something ain't right, something ain't tight, something
But
ain't.
that's fun.
What?
You can fuck all night, all over the place.
Ain't no fucking all night all over the
I
place.
mean, you gotta have breaks in between, but you can go like
You,
all night, all over the place.
you was just capping talking about, oh, you got to take a break. You can take a pill for that, but now you talking about take a break. See what I be talking? Y'all see how women do, y'all, man? Y'all see how women do?
I mean, you could. I mean, if you want to go nonstop, but that might be too dangerous for you because those pills will make you like blow blind. That's
Man,
not the guy, but his nut. He might go blind.
man, look. All I'm saying is, if you doing it right, all that extra shit ain't necessary. Now, if you just want to do some more extended shit, you want to go a couple of rounds and do all that, cool. But if you doing it properly,
But who just wants to go a couple of rounds?
normal
Look,
people.
I have a very high sex drive, and I need more than a couple of rounds. Okay.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you what's. But it's not that you have a very high sex drive. You're
Like
not
I need
getting
you to
fucked
be
right.
like I need you to be like a Energizer bunny.
You don't have a very high sex drive. You're just not getting fucked right, Shannon. That's all it is. I mean,
No, I have very high sex drive. Or
you're not getting fucked right. I'm telling you. That's all. Look. Take it. Take advice from, Bruce Leroy. Show enough. Who's the master? All that good shit. Look.
like I need you to be like I need your man to be like an Energizer bunny.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
No,
I do.
you don't. What are you talking about? That don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? That's like again. I'm not even gonna get into it. You still young in the game. You eating Missouri barbecue. You don't know what's good for you. You know what I'm saying? You still got a lot to learn in this life. So I ain't even gonna tell you nothing. I mean, it is what it is. Energizer bunny. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Look, you talking crazy. You talking real crazy. If you are getting it done
How is that crazy?
proper,
That's what
because
I desire.
no, that's what you think you desire because you have not been getting done properly. That's really all it is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
man,
Mm.
I'm trying to tell you. Because when I was Energizer Bunny, I was also Jackhammer Johnson, and it was a whole other thing. But once I learned the proper finesse, once I got the proper stroke game, once I learned how to work once I learned how to handle the equipment, once I became a master technician, um, I noticed things change. Like when you're new to a job and you're new to a craft and you really don't know it, it takes you a while to get somewhere. But when you've been doing something long enough, a job that might have took you a couple hours because you're trying to figure out the source of the problem and everything else, and once you have had enough familiarity with it, you can come right in and say, okay, I already know what this problem is. If you work on cars or whatever it may
Oh,
be.
what is a soy boy?
A soy boy is a very feminine man because soy creates estrogen in men. So men who consume a lot of soy tend to have more feminine ways. So if you fucking with dudes that drink a lot of soy lattes, and that's why you gotta look. You gotta look. No, I'm not joking. You gotta look at the food that you eat, the soy and everything. And so if you fucking with a dude that consumes a lot of soy, they
No,
tend to
because
be.
somebody else said that that's not a man if he lets me fuck him in the ass. But what about men who are willing to pay me to fuck them?
That's,
Are they civil?
what do you think? Then they just not men that's willing to pay. Like just because they have male genitalia, that's not the standard. Look, Shannon, I ain't fooling with you tonight. Okay.
Like, I was like, I'm serious. Like, I got like a box of like unused vibrators and stuff in my closet because a guy that I know who still contacts me wants me to fuck him and everything.
Where you get them vibrators from? Did you get them from Miss Meat Home Girl?
No, I got them from him.
No, then what do you think?
They're unopened.
If a man is giving you
And
vibrators, Shannon, I mean, this is a question you can answer yourself.
he bought me strap-ons too.
So what do you? Come on now, this is not even a question. This is terrible stuff. Like you,
If he
you
wants
live
me
in
to fuck him, but I don't want to do that. But
you live in an alternate reality. Okay.
how do I live in an
Because
alternate reality?
this is why I mean you proving my point here. You talking about you want somebody to go all night and be the Energizer Bunny. Apparently they want you to be the Energizer
But
Bunny.
yeah, but I asked you about a soy boy.
Okay, and
That is okay because I've never heard that term used before. Not over here.
no, This is going on around you, but you don't even.
But yeah, this guy that I know, he still contacts me. Like he'll still message me. He'll still call me, and he talks about how he wants me to fuck him.
Uh,
I don't want to, but
so why do you talk to him?
it is serious about it though.
So why do you talk to him if you don't want to do it? Why do you still have these conversations? Why did
I don't
you?
have any
You do.
conversations.
You accepted the items. You said
I
you
see the
talked.
messages. I will.
But
Because
you,
he calls me from different numbers.
but you had
Because
to. You had
I
to have met
blocked
him.
his number.
But you
And
had
I
to have met
blocked his
him.
main number.
But you had to have
Huh?
met him for you to have those items. That means you had to have met him at some point in time.
Okay. You know what? I ain't gonna tell you no more.
Oh, now see, this is what happens. See, this is what happened when women get caught up in this stuff. Now they don't want to. Now they don't want to talk about it no more. Right now, and I don't even want to say
No,
nothing. I don't want
no,
to say
I do
nothing.
not.
Okay, look at you, because yeah, you didn't done
Like I
some.
said, I haven't done anything to
Yeah,
him
you done done some
yet.
until you tell the story. You know what I'm saying? Until you tell the story, I'm assuming that you have. So
I've met him, but I haven't done anything to him.
okay, so then you met him under the premise knowing that this is what he wanted. You accepted these items from him, and you're still having conversations with this gentleman.
Okay? Because I'm curious, though. Would a normal straight guy be okay with his woman doing that to him?
Come on, stop the nonsense. So you the one, you know the motherfucker ain't normal. So have you had any other kind of interaction with this man physically?
Have I had any sexual interactions with this man? Tell you the truth, no.
So what made this man just bring you a box of fucking dildos?
Because he told me he wants me to fuck him. I mean, how would I
So how
know?
did
It
so
goes
how
on
did
in the
so how
mind of
did
Stacy.
so how do you just have this conversation with him? So that means you had to have discussed this with him prior. Nobody
Because
just.
he is a weird white guy who has a fetish with being fucked by black women.
But you knew this before you met him.
And, well, there's a difference. Because if he wants me to whip him, and especially since I be getting whipped, like, I got, like, cute little slave outfits. Oops, I said too much.
I think we're done for the night. I think we're done. I have nothing further to say. I no longer want to venture into this conversation. I'm already traumatized. I can't buy any kind of vegetables at the store after having these conversations with Shannon. I don't even want to. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. So
The jury will disregard that remark made
no,
by the defendant.
we're going to disregard the entire conversation. This conversation never happened. I'm deleting it off of YouTube. All of that stuff.
Oh, whatever, Honcho.
They got new technology that they didn't put on YouTube to allow you to go back and cut out certain shit. So I'm gonna go cut all this whole conversation off. It's just gonna be like, hey, we got Miss Shannon calling. Well, that's the end of the show. Thank you guys. That's what it's gonna sound like. Because this shit is. This shit, Miss Shannon's up. She's like far. You just like I said. You in like you in the corner by yourself. You like the bad kid in class that like you already know when like you know that one kid that always get in trouble. Like you come to school knowing this motherfucker. As soon as they walk in the door, they finna do something. Yep, they finna get their ass in trouble today. And that is you. And you just gonna be in the corner over there by yourself. Just
That was never me. I'm the good kid in class.
man. But she's already talking about you fighting people, calling racist shit. So I already know you was bad. This is
Whatever. Like I said, I'm pretty open-minded to a lot of different things.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. You need to close your mind a little bit. You need to just kind of close it just a little. Just.
I'll probably regret it later on in life, but whatever. Hell, I regret half the shit now.
I'm sad, Joe.
I'll be questioning myself. Be like, why did I do that?
I'm questioning you too. Why did you do that?
Don't be questioning me, Honcho.
You're questioned. You're judged. You're questioned, and I don't even know. I gotta be careful about answering this phone call when I see that number.
Like the only thing I regret is I wish I could like do a restart of like losing my whole virginity. I wish I could restart that.
Yeah, you can go be like me. You can go be born again. I'll send you. I'll send you the website. All you gotta do is go to the website.
Whatever. I've already told you my confession. I've been celibate for a year now,
That ain't
which
nothing.
is crazy, by the way.
No, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. You know,
That is crazy for me.
that ain't nothing. You know, yeah, that ain't nothing. So, but I'm telling you, just but it's not official till you fill out the form. So you go to the website, you fill out the form, then they'll send you an email reply, and then after that, you're certified born again. So I got you. You know, I'm gonna send you a link to the email so you can be born again.
But yeah, women have more fantasies, and women like to fantasize about things a lot more than men do, which is, I guess that's why y'all need visual shit to look at.
That's tough. I don't have nothing else to say after this conversation. I'm just.
The only reason I called is because I want pistachios.
So you're doing it simply for pistachios. I can't believe. I should take pistachios from you for this. Some of these things that I've heard tonight. It should be taxing on pistachios.
Yes, I just want a pistachio. I'm a whore for pistachio.
Out here, horn for pistachios. I ain't even finna go there. I ain't even finna. I'm gonna give you your pistachios. You're a good
I'm
sport.
joking and joking.
Look. Next thing you know, she gonna call and talk about, well, it's been so long. I've been thinking about it. I was at the store and I looked at a bag of those wonderful pistachios and I just grabbed it in my hands and I started squeezing on it. They felt so good. The crackling of the shells.
Wow.
It just got me. She go be talking about pistachio fetishes and shit. I don't
See,
know.
this was why I was never gonna call it first. Fuck all of y'all. Y'all are never gonna let that go. That's why I'm never telling y'all the name of the guy I lost my virginity to. Cause y'all not about to associate me to this name either.
It sounds
So
like a
fuck
horrible
all
name.
of y'all.
I don't even know what it is. All right, so I'm gonna give y'all. I'm gonna let the people pick. So Miss Shannon is always a good sport. Does she deserve extra pistachios, or does she just get the regulated amount? Give me a zero
I
for
just want
no
pistachios. I don't care.
and one for extra pistachios. Does she deserve extra pistachios? We'll see what the people say. I don't know. I really don't know how I feel about this call. Like there were highs and there were.
Hey, you started it.
No, you started it by saying you had sex with the drag
You
queen.
started when you asked about fetishes.
You said you had sex with a. You started
Don't
the
ask
conversation.
questions to answers you don't want.
That's what I do. I ask questions, and then when you say something that just sounds abnormal.
Okay, but you're not happy with the answer.
But the thing is,
Why you gonna ask a question if you're not happy with the answer?
But you're not really answering, because then when you start asking a real question, you start pleading the fifth and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Because you already associated me with cucumbers, and then Professor Chill calls me jail baby because of some shit that I wanted to happen with my teachers. But like I said, I was a teenage girl and shit like that.
I forgot about that story. That's even worse. All right. Okay. So here's the deal. Somebody says that if you're supposed to get if you should get an extra
And that bullshit video that you posted talking about, that was me. I heard what you said after I got off the phone. You think I heard everything you said.
I expect you to listen, but I'm telling you that you look. That shit was if you didn't see it, that video in the Facebook group of the girl playing in the fucking like lettuce or whatever and rubbing the lettuce all over her legs and shit. If y'all heard Shannon's story, that was the perfect setup. I don't care what anybody says. I had to hit you with the okie doke on that one. All right, here's the deal. This is what they said. If you are to get extra pistachios, you have to send a picture of your slave outfit.
I have to send you what?
The picture of the slave outfit.
Of what?
Didn't you say you had a little slave outfit?
I didn't. A picture of what?
Didn't you say you had a slave outfit?
I do, but I'm not showing it to anybody.
If you send a picture of the slave outfit,
No.
I will give you 15,000 pistachios.
No, I don't care.
20,000.
No.
50,000. That's my final.
No, no, because you're not about to be posting my slave outfit.
I won't post it. No, I'm dead serious. I've never posted anything anybody didn't want me to. Now, if you want me to post it, I will. If you don't want me to post it, I promise I won't.
No, I don't trust you, Honcho, so it's a no.
If you
Just give me
know,
my,
if you would have
give me
known
my
some of the
regular
things
pistachio.
that have been sent to me that I have not shared, trust me, that I have not, will not, and will never admit to. Because this is the thing. If you say, "Hey, post this," I will. I'm a firm believer in privacy. Like I crack jokes and I do all this other kiki and shit, but I'm a very firm believer in privacy. If you
No.
look, if
No,
you
don't,
send,
no. No,
I'm
no,
trying to
no.
tell you.
See, my slave outfit is for private bedroom play.
We're not telling you to wear it. I just want to see that there's proof of a slave outfit. You ain't got to wear the outfit. Just send proof of the outfit.
The only people that get to see that outfit are the people that are in my bed.
I don't think there's a slave outfit.
And my gay friend. But that's different.
Wow. So I don't get the gay friend gets more credit than me. Y'all see what kind of shit this is? I don't think there's a slave outfit, y'all. So that's it. Okay, but I'll give you your regular pistachios, and you have your pistachios. I think that the slave outfit was a farce. I refuse to believe.
No, I do have it. I just not going to show it.
I don't believe it.
Because like I said, it's bad enough that y'all sexually please with vegetables and everything because of what I did.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all not about to associate me with any like little slave means and all that.
I think you do better with the slave outfit than the vegetables. I mean, I'm just saying. But I'm gonna leave it at that. It is what it is. Okay, if you say so.
Yes.
If you say so, I'm gonna leave it.
Oh, you're not gonna call it cute little outfit.
I don't believe you. I don't believe any of these things.
No, you don't have to, but I do have them.
I don't believe it.
They're currently hanging up. And since I'm not currently fucking anybody, nobody is seeing them.
Outfit's dusty and shit. Need to send them to the dry cleaners. Probably got moth holes in them. You ain't been up there.
No, I keep them clean. I keep everything in there clean.
Your gay friend wearing your outfits, that's the only reason they getting any play, because your gay partner wearing all your outfits, you just watching them. All kind of off the wall shit going on. It's terrible, terrible situation. So, all right, well, if someone sends in a G.I. Jane outfit, if anybody, this is very interesting. If anyone sends in, and I won't post it, I won't say who and I won't post it. I'll just put the pistachios privately in your account so nobody knows if you did or didn't. If you send in an outfit, or fellas, y'all out of this one. I don't want to see none of this shit y'all weird ass niggas got. If any of the ladies send in any of their outfits or they want to share any of their outfits, I will put 15,000 pistachios in your account. So that's fair. I won't put any names on it. I won't say anything. I won't say who or whatever. I'll just put the pistachio silently in your account, and that's where we'll leave it. We'll leave it at that. So Heidi, hello. All right. Well, anything else there, Miss Shannon?
All right.
You have tormented me.
No, I got my pistachios, so now I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Bye.
Adios. I'm gonna be honest. For such a childlike and innocent voice, excuse me, good grief. For such a childlike and innocent voice, Shannon has the worst stories of all time. I love Miss Shannon, but they're terrible, terrible stories. Well, prove it. Like all I say, all you got to do is prove it. The pistachio coming in, it's only a one-time offer. It's only for the night. So that's all I'm saying. There is that. So if you, whoa, DeMarcus, rephrase that, buddy. Rephrase that whole comment. That's questionable, right there. That is quite suspect. So there is that. All right, let me see where we at. Oh my goodness. I think this deserves extra pistachios. Let me look. Hold on. Let me just. I'm a man of my word. What did I say? 15. I might have to put some extra bonus ones for this one. For being first, it's a first person bonus. Let me see. Let's just make it even. There we go. All right. Well, I didn't even say nothing. Somebody suggested outfits. And so I said, hey, if Shannon didn't want to be participatory, she mentioned her little alleged slave girl outfit. And then so somebody shared, and I said for anybody who did send their share, that I would be more than kind to reward. And hey, now that's all I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So now we're getting ready to wind down. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all. Yeah, I mean, hey, if I have no comment. I just very interesting, very interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. But I thank y'all and I appreciate y'all. I should put a net with an index card that says nudes. I'm gonna get a poll. We're gonna set up a stage with an audience. And I'm just go fishing. You know what I'm saying? What? I don't know about that one. I don't know if I can. What? I pulled a crow out today on the Salt Sports TV. The crow showed up today. He fell off, but I showed him. Man, I think y'all are all wonderful people. They're definitely, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I have no comment. I've lost my train of thought. Yeah. So we are going to end it. We are going to wrap it up. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all for coming through. I appreciate each and every one of you. Let me do the proper protocol as we get ready to exit the building. Yeah, you came late, Heidi. It's like we've been here like 3 hours. What happens when you party with British people? But let me get the proper protocol in. Let me make it do what it does. Yeah. Here we do it just like this is the easy way. So, Honcho HTX, personal socials, Instagram and Twitter, if you want to follow there. Like the video, subscribe. If you're new to this, hit that subscribe button. If you are an OG, hit that like button. Make sure you share with friends. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all DenShow Live at Gmail if you ever want to send an email. 1 p.m. starting Monday. So no 1 p.m. dens over the weekend. 10 p.m. tomorrow, the Pro Black Conversation. And if you can't watch, make sure you listen. The Den Show podcast. I will be uploading a lot of content. I got everything finally converted to MP3s. Den Show shop. You want to get some Den Show merch? You can call or text 833-284-3336. If you ever want to hit the Den line for whatever you want to text, you want to send a topic, send a link, whatever it may be. That's always greatly appreciated. Shout out to everybody who sends news. I sincerely appreciate that. If you want to make a one-time donation to the channel, shout out to Miss B Moore. I appreciate the love and dropping Benjamins. You can go to streamlabs.com/The Den Show. And if you want to be you want to pledge monthly, yeah. Okay, make sure I had to put it back up. You want to be a monthly pledge to the channel for the long-term success of this channel, you go to patreon.com/The Den Show. Shout out to Miss Grace, Stina Starry-Eyed, James, Betty Spaghetti, Donald Trump, Dan the Man, Miss Diana, and hold on, Miss Goya. I appreciate all of you. Thank you all so much for having faith in the long-term support of this channel. So again, all of you are wonderful people, and I enjoy the craziness. I enjoy the wild stuff. Friday nights are always very interesting, very intriguing. Yes, RIP to everything. But how dare you go Maria C instead of the original Maria first. But I thank all of you. I appreciate all of you. I think you're all great people. And it's good to be able to kind of loosen up, have some fun conversation. But like I say, tomorrow night, we'll talk about the pro-black thing where I don't identify. And I expect that to be an extended in. And because I know that people are going to have their opinions on that. And I'm welcoming all opinions, whether you agree or disagree. And it should be very interesting. Wow, Shaq Kush was here last night. Stop the nonsense. Heidi, the hater. But I'm looking forward to it because, like I said, I know that it's a conversation we've had a while back. But again, we've had a lot of new people come into the den since then, and I think it's going to be very interesting to hear various people's takes on this conversation. So I'll see y'all tomorrow night at 10. Everything will be on time. Uh-oh. Gotta go. What did it freeze up? I'll look at that bullshit. Ain't that a bitch? If it ain't one thing, it's a motherfucking other, huh? God damn it. There we go. Damn it. It didn't. Boy, it would have been so much funnier if it would have went off the screen when I was supposed to. Yes. Oh, man. Oh, I forgot that was a damn, that was a question. That's fucked up. Who got a better future ahead of everybody we're roaming? Oh, I forgot that was even a question. I got to come up with some new questions for tomorrow. That's hilarious. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. And shout out to y'all. I am out.